battle for your Birchie.
Yeah, welcome everybody to the final day of the eSAILING Champions League. With me today is Ole. Welcome, Ole.
Hello.
In our last live stream, you were kind of half on the water and half in the studio, training for the league. Yes, we both going to lead you today through this final day, and perhaps before the races are start, Ole, can you give us a wrap up of how these qualification until today happened, but more important, how the final day is going to look like in terms of participants and how many races we are going to see today?
Yeah, sure. So after all, there were 228 clubs competing, and today we are talking about the 48 final competing clubs from I think it's 13 nations overall, and they come from more or less all over the world. We have teams from Denmark, from France, from Germany, Italy, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Croatia, Great Britain, the Netherlands, Turkey, and the Czech Republic. And going into the mode,
how will I think for most of our viewers today, it's interesting to understand what's going to happen today, because when the day is over, we have an overall winner of the eSAILING Champions League, but they have to go through a number of events today.
Yes, we have 3 groups overall with 16 clubs each, and there will be 4 races per group. So we have 12 races today in the first group stage, and after that they will go to the semi-final. So 12 clubs will go to the semi-final. We will have 3 more races there, and after that the winner of the semi-final will take his win to the final 4 mode. So there will be 4 clubs in the last round, and there is 1 first place from the winner from the semi-final, and then it's first to 2 wins. So if the winner of the semi-final wins the next race, he's the winner of the Champions League.
Yes, this is a system we are very familiar with in the Champions League, and in many other, in the eSAILING Champions League we used it as well. I mean, this system is pretty special because we only have 4 clubs at the final race, and which is interesting because they don't take any awards or any credits from the races before with them. So it's really a start from scratch beside the winner, which makes it really interesting. Everybody can win.
The interesting thing about it is that the winner of the last race is the winner. So he will finish the event with a win. So this is different to some other regattas where you sail a race. You can end up as on a 6th place, and after counting everything together, you're the winner. But it does not feel like that. So if you cross the finish line as first and you are the winner of the event.
Yeah. Perhaps you can show what we've just described to you in this nice overview we can see now on the screen. That we're going to start from the bottom. So we're going to have, as Ole mentioned, 3 groups, each group 16 clubs. We have 4 races each in each group. And then we go into the semi-final and then the final 4, and then, as we said, the overall winner of the eSAILING Champions League. Ole, this game, Virtual Regatta inshore, I mean, we have 2 games. One is offshore. We currently have parallel to this event, there's the North Stream Race offshore game going on. But it was interesting to see how close eSAILING within the Virtual Regatta game is to real league sailing.
It is. So most of the sailors now in the final, especially in the final, but also from the 228 clubs before, are in real life league sailors. So there's a similarity to the real sailing in the league, because tactic wise and wind prediction and wind shifts, you have to take everything into consideration to make your game plan for the race. It's very short. You cannot make any mistake. So it's very close to real league sailing.
The only difference is there are no fuck-ups in the maneuvers, so
and the speed of the boats, it's almost
the speed of the boat is similar.
Yeah.
So most of we talk to many professional e-sailors. Do they all use these automatic mode where they just push the green button and then the boat goes perfect VMG, or do the professional do it manually?
I think it's 50-50, I guess, but I'm not really into the e-sailing. I'm more into the real sailing, if you can say so. And before I forget that, there is a special VIP having his birthday today. It's Michael Zittlau. He's the winner of the Champions League, Sailing Champions League from Porto Cervo this year. So I want to wish you a very good birthday. Happy birthday to you, Michael. And I hope you watch us tonight. And yeah, have a great Sunday and a great birthday.
But is Michi competing? No.
No, but his club is competing.
His club is competing, yes, but not, he's not personally involved. Yeah.
I didn't have a look at the groups, at the pairings, who's competing today for his club, because you can change that, of course.
Yeah.
But we will see that later.
I learned that some clubs don't sail alone. So usually this game is they play it on an iPad or they play it on a laptop. And what you can do, you can have access to the game as a second player and give advice. So one person is skippering and doing all the maneuvers, but another person is observing the race and giving tips via WhatsApp or via mobile phone. This is what I heard pretty often, where you have a kind of tactician on board virtually, which is interesting stuff, I think.
Yes. It's quite new. The eSAILING is quite new, or the e-league sailing is quite new, but it's gotten more and more professional. So, as I was told, it makes a big difference if you play it on a mobile phone, on a tablet, or on a computer. I know that some of the really good players play on the computer because they like it more haptic, to push some buttons and not the touch screen, so it makes a difference. And what you just mentioned is you have to observe the wind shifts. There are some mini-maps we will see later in the races. So some people do it like this, that they have a second person observing the wind shifts and all the wind predictions. So yes, that helps.
Yeah. And what I learned as well, I mean, when we're talking about professional eSailing, it seems to be that these, I mean, besides, thousands and millions of players, I look at the Vendée Globe, or even within the Nord Stream race, the virtual Nord Stream race, which is going to happen, we have 100,000 players. So it's getting more and more popular. But we are in this pre-starting phase already, as we can see on the screen. So we are in group number 1, or group A, so to say. And Ole, you probably can concentrate on the tactics, but I gave you a brief overview. We have teams from Denmark, Drøger Sailing Club Sonderburg, a club from France, Club de Voile de Bonifacio. He's from Corsica. From Müritz, Germany, Blankenese, which is in Hamburg. From Kiel, Düsseldorfer Yacht Club is there. Yacht Club Capri from Italy. 3 teams from Poland. 1 club from Cascais and 1 club from Palma, Real Nautical Club Palma, and the Royal Swedish Yacht Club is there as well. So this is the group, and we just had the start. So what is the trend? What do you think?
They all wanted to start on the right-hand side, since I guess they are expecting a right-hand shift on the right side.
But the mini-map looks to me as is on the left-hand side, we have much more wind. You can see to all the spectators who are following us, you see the small mini-map on the left-hand side of the screen. There you can see the dark shadow, and the dark shadow shows up that there is more wind. But I learned it's more important to get the right shifts rather than gusts and stronger winds, particularly in the upwind course, right?
Yes. But that what you just mentioned, you can see that the boat on the very left, it's accelerating a lot, and he already, I think he was in the block from the white boat. I think it's another German boat, but I think he can check any time now. So right now it looks to me that the left side was a little favorite. He doesn't make the cross. Oh no,
he can't really cross. But it seems to be really close together. But the key question will be on these upwind, what is going to happen in the second half of this course. So if the wind is shifting to the right, then the right-hand side of the course is favorite. So far, I think it was more based on pressure. But if you look into the leaderboard, the leading boats are somewhere in the middle of the course. So it's not I wouldn't say that's it was equal, but kind of, safe decision to position yourself in the middle of the course. Nevertheless, it looks to me that the boats which we can see in front of us, Björn here, KSSS from Sweden, he's obviously leading with 6 meters. And then the blue boat here is their SKWM, a German boat. Lukas Blankeneser Segelclub here in front of us. He's now in leading position, and he came from the very far left side.
The very far left side, and the wind shift now it turned left, so he has a quite a little over height, so he has to bear away a little to get the mark, accelerating. So it's a very comfortable position for him. But we will see if he makes to get into the zone and make an overlap to round the mark properly, or if there's going to happen some penalty situation.
Yeah, will be really tough. I think the Polish team, they have all rights now. They can tack. Will be interesting to see if the guys from Blankenese can.
No, he will make it.
He will make it. Yeah, he can tack. Yeah.
Very nice upwind. Very
good
nice
lead.
First upwind. Good lead. Very nice. Lucas Feuerhead, I guess, if I got that right.
Yeah, Blankeneser Segelclub from Hamburg.
Yes.
Lucas, he's the skipper. Very good upwind course. And a proper lead. I mean, it's already to the first reaching, it's already like 16, 20 meters. Now the downwind is very important. And here, what is important on the downwind? I mean, avoid getting wind shadows from the other boats. I think this is the key factor, isn't it?
That's right. You can see the wind shadows on the water. But he has a nice lead, so he's not affected by the second boat. I think he can also jibe without being affected too long from the wind shadow from the second positioned boat. But what you will see if he's jibing, the other ones will jibe immediately to give him some dirty air in order to slow him down. We will see what happens next.
Yeah.
He will wait for the jibe as long as he can because he's sailing in free air now.
We can see beautiful here the animation, which is the wind shadow from the Janaker. But this is now good for Lucas, I think. I mean, they jibed away a little bit earlier. Now he jibed back. They tried to control him, and he had a lead of 30 meters. Is this enough to avoid wind shadow? I don't think so.
No, he's right in the shadow, so he has to jibe away again.
Yeah.
And now they're making some tactical games on the right downwind side, and on the left downwind side you can see the blue Janaka. He was just doing his thing, and he was just moving forward, so he gained one position. And now it's getting really dirty for Lucas. He has got a lot of dirty air now.
Yeah, and it seems that the left-hand side of the course...
It's getting closer to the
much
gate.
Closer. They really closed the gap. But he's still in a quite comfortable lead, Lucas, I think. It's not much, like 10, 12 meters, and he has to jibe again, so he can't make it now. But the other boat has to jibe as well. It's a boat from Denmark, Rune Dragør. Let me double check where he's. This is the Dragør Sailing Club from Denmark on second position. And now he did the maneuver like the professional e-sailors usually do. They round the mark and they tack immediately. What is the background for that?
Lucas didn't do that. The second position boat, Rune, did that because you do not lose any speed when doing that. It's a totally different game in real sailing.
Yeah.
So you can lose a lot. I think this one was not a smart move. Lucas directly tacked in order to cover the second boat, but he got some deflection from the leeward positioned boat, and he lost some meters. So Rune took over the lead virtually right now. It will be really, really close at the top mark. There is no favorite side from my point of view because the wind is not stronger on either side. We'll see if the cross is. He does it.
Yeah, he made it. Now he's covering
immediately
again. And then he tags with them, which probably makes sense, but it was probably a little bit too late. I don't know if he really can, give dirty air to the Danish team, the blue boat. But he's in a proper controlling position. He stays between the first mark and the whole fleet. So I think so far he made a good job. 4 meters is not much, and the second now ranked is the Polish team. It's not the blue boat we're going to see there. The Polish boat, I think he decided to go to the far right-hand side of the course. And again, this is the question, whether the left or the right-hand side of the course turns out. But it seems to me that the wind today is pretty stable. I think the last qualifier of the eSailing Champions League, we have much more gusty winds, much more shifts, and here it looks pretty stable, doesn't it?
It is, yes. And Rune this was a fake tag. That was nice. Rune just stayed there, survived there, since it doesn't make any sense to tag that often. He could have tried to get out of the dirty air from Lucas, from the BSC, but he didn't do that. Since you lose a little in every tag.
Yeah.
Jibing is not
Yeah.
expensive, but tagging is a little expensive, so he avoided that. Because you have to remember, you want to qualify for the semi-final, so a fourth place is the goal. You want to be fourth, and so this is a position you can go into, defending mode if you like.
Yeah. But it's a quite proper lead now, like 50 meters at these first mark. Now he's hoisting the Janaker. And now again, the question is the distance far enough that nobody can cover him? I'm pretty sure that the team from Dragør, they try to do everything to cover him, but 30 meters or already 50 meters distance, I think there we can see the wind shadow of the Janakers. They are between these two boats, between the leading boat and the bright blue boat. You can see there's already an area where you don't have any coverage from the sails. That means you have free air. You can sail right away. If he would jibe now and the Danish team will follow, probably he won't lose much.
He is in a little more comfortable position than he was on the first downwind, so it looks a little better for him now. So yeah, he will make it. And the second, the third and the fourth boat, they have to look behind because this will be really close.
Yeah.
Getting more and more down to the finish line. We will see a lot of tags. We will see the jibes.
Yeah, the Danish team is followed by another German boat. It's SKWM. I think it's very hard to pronounce for Segelkameradschaft Waren Müritz. Matas, I think, is the skipper. He's trying to get the Danish team. He's following close to him, trying to cover him. But I think the distance between the first, the second, and the third boat is so far. It's up between now 80 meters up to 30 meters. I think this is too far to do anything. But we can see now that here's the Danish team heading towards the finish line. We can see 90 meter proper lead for Blankeneser Segelclub, very comfortable lead. And the second boat, Rhön Dragør from Denmark, they are in second position. Now the Germans are jibing, trying to attack, but I think that the distance is too far. And now we can see a start. I think it's not the start, it's the finish line we are going to see. Seems to be a small bug. There we can see it's the finish line, and now Blankeneser Segelclub is crossing the finish line. And congratulations to Hamburg. Very good race. I mean, it was close. Not much happened. We can see there's some gusts and much more wind coming over now from the right-hand side of the course. But this doesn't have any impact for this race anymore.
No, it was a really, really solid start from Lukas, and he was awarded with a very nice win.
So first is Blankeneser, second is Dragør, third another German team from Müritz, and on fourth position a Polish team from PRZ. Let me double check where it is. Now we try to get Lukas from the Blankeneser Segelclub. We are trying to get him in the call. We don't know if it works, but we try to interview him. So that would be great to talk to Lukas how he saw the race. But this is until we are trying to get him in the call. We see here the overall ranking of the first race of group number 1. Win to Germany, Blankeneser, second to Denmark, third to Müritz, and fourth position goes to Poland. On fifth,
Juan
team
Carona.
Juan Carona. I think he's a well-known skipper, isn't he?
I think he was world champion, wasn't he? And he's from the Unicorn of Love race.
Okay, one of the professional sailors.
One of the professional sailors.
Okay.
So it was a quite okay. Every race is close, so there are only good groups and with good sailors now.
Yeah, here we can see some statistics. Unicorn of Love, UOL. This is a professional eSAILING club, but in this case, he's starting for Real Club Nautico Palma. And here we see some statistics like who had the best start, who had the best average speed, who had the best maximum speed during this race, and who sailed the shortest distance. And this was definitely the guys from Blankeneser, Lukas.
And they also had the strongest wind. This was what we saw right after the start when they were approaching the left side of the course.
Yeah.
Where they had the most pressure.
Here we can see some gains and losses of the teams during the race. Quite interesting to see these statistics. A lot of ups and downs, particularly in the middle of the race. So one question to the studio. Do we get Lukas in the call? Okay.
Yeah. Now I understand you.
Hi, Lucas. Welcome. Congratulations. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
So how
Thanks.
did you manage that? What was the reason? Was the left-hand side of the first starting course, or what was your winning strategy?
Yes, exactly. I don't know, a few seconds before the start, I saw that there will be a lefty on the first beat up, and so I decided, okay, yeah, let's try this. Bang the left corner, and it paid.
It worked out. No, very well done.
Yeah.
And then second upwind, you were struggling a little bit when the Danish team tacked away right away at the gate. But then again, the left-hand side paid out again. So you were tactically wise, and we just saw the statistic. You sailed the shortest distance. So obviously your strategy in terms of shorten the course with all the shifts was right.
Yeah, seems so.
And and it was a good competitor in the race. I just learned from Ole, he's the current or former world champion in
I think he
in
was.
eSAILING.
Cardona,
Cardona?
he's really good.
Oh, okay.
He was in the race.
yeah,
He
it's,
finished fifth.
Ooh. Yeah, it's nice to hear, but I try not to concentrate on my opponents, so just sail my own race.
One question to you. We had a discussion before the race. Do you sail with a coach or a tactician, or you do everything alone?
No, I'm alone. I've
Okay.
got my girlfriend sitting next to me. She is watching TV.
Okay.
And I sail on my
Okay, you have to go to the next race, but thank you for getting in, and good luck for the next race.
Good luck for Hamburg West.
Yep. Thank you.
Take care. Yeah, great that we can get the players in. That's like
Very
like
good.
live on the water, you know.
Very good.
But we heard he got some assistance from his girlfriend. So, however this works.
I have no idea. But she's a
Okay.
seller, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
So the next group, now I think we're now changing to group number B. Ole, do you have the overview who's in there? Perhaps you can just tell a little bit about the participating clubs in group number B.
Yes, we have Marina Castella from Croatia. We have another Danish team, two Danish teams, also from the Royal Danish Yacht Club. We have from Nantes in France. Then we have 5 German teams, right? Wassersportverein Güstrow, Seglerverein Braunschweig, Schlei Segelclub. Also teams competing in the Bundesliga, in the sailing league in Germany. We have Hannoverscher Yachtclub, Club am Rupenhorn from Berlin. Then we have from the Netherlands 2 clubs, Bovenwater and Scheveningen. From Portugal, Club Internacional de Marina de Vilamura, I hope that was right. From Spain, Club Nautico Sevilla. Sweden with the Royal Swedish Yacht Club, and from Turkey, the Istanbul Sailing Club.
Yes, interesting group. Very international group. I'm not sure if we're going to find it out during the race if some, eSAILING rock stars are participating in this game. But this is going to be Group B. They already had a race before. I think we're going to see probably the results after this race when we have an overview about the overall sailed events, because during we are moderating on one group, the 2 other groups are sailing in parallel. So we're going to have 3 races at the same time, and we always jump into Group A, B, and C. And after that, after all these races, we're going to have a ranking. And again, for you to know, important will be the final, I think the top 4 of each group going to go into the semi-final.
Yes.
So it's not about winning, it's all about reaching the top 4.
That's right. That's right. So you want to finish the top 4 in your group to qualify for the semi-final, and then everything starts from 0.
And we're going to have no discards, so every race counts, which makes it very demanding for the players. So no discards. So if you're going to have one race win and the other race at 12th or 13th place, then it's over.
That's expensive, yes.
Let's talk about the upcoming races. I mean, it's quite different to the races we saw last weekend, because this was very shifty. We had a lot of gusts. This seems to me like lightweight races today. It was pretty stable. There was some small shifts, but not much. So it was more about, small tactics, position yourself right from the start, but there was not this radical lefty and righties where the whole fleet is changing.
That's right. So you do not get any surprise or any lottery on one side. It was just positioning on the start, getting a good start, getting close to the windward position boat, not to accelerate and to give them some dirty air, and just to get a good position for the first tack. Getting out of the block, do not get blocked. You cannot tack, so you just get away and get a tack, and then you're first. That's what we saw in the last race with Blankenese.
And here we are back in the game. It's Group B. Ole just explained us which countries and clubs are in the race and the last 20 seconds. It seems to me, Ole, that they all want to start at the right-hand side of the course. I think they all expect a shift to the right, otherwise it wouldn't make too much sense to me. But now the last 9 seconds, there's already one boat over the line. He has to go back the last 5 seconds, so it's pretty crowded at the starting vessel, isn't it?
It is. And this can be some tactical move, because you got just some reduction of speed when you got a penalty for a few seconds. In normal race, you cannot dive into the line.
No, you can, but then you
then you lose your boat, I guess. So I just wanted to say that I do not see any gusts or any strong wind on one side like in the last race. But now you can see some more wind on the right side, and you can see a right-hand shift on the right side. So this is why they all wanted to start there.
So it's a kind of split. We can see some boats already heading to the right-hand side of the course. And we can see the green boat here, Ramon PCNS, Club Náutico Sevilla, I think, as far as I remember.
That's Sevilla, right?
Yeah, Sevilla, a Spanish club. They are in leading position, and he started pretty nearby the starting vessel, and then he tacked away to the right-hand side of the course, and now he's heading through the middle, but in a good controlling position, followed by a French team, and on third, a team from Holland, Tim Lehmer. But they're pretty close together. But the trend seems to be a little bit more the right-hand side rather than the race before, where it was the left side. So they are all now watching what's going to happen. We can see the lines. Now they are gone, but these lay lines, some of these boats, none of these boats are already on the lay line. And now he's tacking away. The question is, can they cross? Do they have enough meters and enough distance to the other boats that they can cross? And there are some other boats that are getting in from the middle of the course. So it's over when it's over. And now we can see the ranking. Andreas Ebel from Wassersport Vereinigung Güstrow. Andreas, he's now in a leading position, but 8 meters is not much. So a lot of things can happen on the way to the first mark, which we can see here on the left-hand side of the screen. I think he's in a good position, the guy from Güstrow, right? I think Andreas made a quite good call. He can tack. He have all rights. He's on starboard. Then he have all rights. Will be interesting to see if the boats who are on windward to him, which are far above the line now.
That's right. There was a huge lefty, and this is what he was gaining a lot. So he... Now we got...
There are more boats getting in.
Yeah. Okay, we can say one thing. It will be really, really close.
It's really close.
We will see a lot of penalties.
Yeah. But the penalty, how much seconds does it cost? So it's a difference between real sailing. I mean, the boat stops for 10 seconds or...
It's slowed down for 5 seconds, I guess.
5 seconds. Now we can see we were really crowded. So, but the blue boat, which is the Dutch team, I think, they are in quite good position. And the German from Güstrow, I mean, there was a lot of changes, didn't it? I mean, look at that.
Yes.
He going to be at the first upwind on 5th position. And now leading position, the team from Holland. But not... It's not a proper lead. It's like 10, 15 meters, 20 meters now.
And you can see that we are in the final weekend of the Champions League, so they were all able to solve this situation without any penalty. We saw some different games before with, 20 boats with 20 penalties, but they made it. So
it's the Bovenwater, the club from Holland, Bovenwater Wassersport Vereinigung, Verband, I don't know, or Wassersport Verein.
I have no idea.
what did I say? Bovenwater.
Bovenwater.
Bovenwater from Holland. Here we can see them. With a good lead already, like 50 meters, followed by a Danish team, Felix. He is representing the Royal Danish Yacht Club, the KDY, Kongelige Danske Sejlklubben from Copenhagen. But this club has more clubhouses than just one. They are in different places in Denmark. I think it's a huge club. I think they have 6,000 members, which is huge. The biggest club in Germany is the Norddeutsche Regattaverein with 2,000. So Royal Danish Yacht Club is a huge club. It's like a small federation.
Yeah. And quite interesting that there are only 2 teams from Netherlands, or 2 clubs from Netherlands, both in this group. Let's see how they do it.
Yes, this downwind there, what we can see there in the mini map, there is a little bit, kind of wind gust zone in the middle of the course. So this is why there was not a big split. Everybody was trying to be in the middle of the course. There was no big split to the left and to the right. Here we can see it downwind. So everybody was trying to get, clean air and trying to position themselves in the middle of the course. And here again, this maneuver, immediate tack after the upwind, and now we're going to see a penalty. No, it was really close. But we can see the advantage was really the immediate tack. He didn't do it. It was not a huge split. It was just the tack, and he got like 1 or 1.5 boat lengths.
It is, but the positioning of the Netherlands boat is better than Lucas did it in the last race. So he had a little more separation, 1 boat length more separation to windward. So he did not get any dirty air from the leeward boat. So he can survive there, and he's just sailing because he wants to get to the right side of the course. He's seeing more wind on the right side. He wants to go there.
So we are now on the second upwind course, heading towards the second windward mark. What we can see now is, and even on the mini-map and even on the big screen, that on the right-hand side there is definitely more wind. There is stronger winds coming from the right-hand side. This is why everybody is trying to get there. Here we can see it beautiful in this helicopter view. There is much more wind on the right-hand side. It will be interesting to see if this pays off, because beside the stronger wind, we have a shift to the left.
That's right.
Which doesn't really mean that the right-hand side should be the favorite one.
That's right again.
Yeah. So, on which boat would you like to be on, the green or the blue one?
I would like to be on the blue one.
Because now you can see that he's crossing.
Yeah, no, you're on pause after the tag, so you are in the right of way, and it's always better to it says, that, Ollie.
Yeah.
To be on the right is, be on the right and in the right.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's another yellow boat coming over. He is on second ranked, but he can cross. He's controlling the situation.
Controlling him.
Good.
Yes.
No, this was a very, very good upwind course from these guys. Really good. The right side, right decision, and I think he's in a really, really good controlling position. I would wondering if he got at least 30 to 40 meters lead after hoisting the Janneker. Now he's rounding the first mark, followed by the French team. So the Dutch in leading position, second France, and third our team from Spain, from Sevilla. Ramon is the skipper representing Club Náutico de Sevilla.
And you could see that he had a plan, that he stick to his plan. So he did not get nervous when he saw that the boats were splitting, and he just stick to his plan, and he was... Here
we can see a nice view now. They are all jibing immediately after the reaching mark, the short mark which they round when they hoist the Janneker. And what do you think? Why do they all decide to go now looking from the up to the left-hand side of the course if you look from the perspective of the first mark?
Since there is, I do not see any significant wind changes, but I can see a little more wind on the right downwind side, or on the, it depends how you name it. On the map, on the mini map, you can see that on the right ley line there is the darkest areas on the water, which says there's the strongest wind. But you can see a lot of jibing, so they're putting the opponent under pressure a lot, producing dirty air for the other, and it will be interesting to see what the green boat will do. since the yellow and the blue boat are fighting with each other. If the green boat can...
that will be interesting to see. So all
really
three
close.
boats have the chance to win. I think still in the small lead, the Dutch team in the blue boat. And now he is covered by the green boat from Spain. It's it's really a jibing battle. So we're interesting to see who's going to make it. So the question is, I would count on the blue boat because he can jibe in at the mark. Probably can see here. We can see it now. There's a split. The question is if he decides to go to the right-hand side of the finish line. It seems to me that no, it was wrong. No,
that could be really expensive for him.
This was expensive.
Yeah.
He didn't follow, but he was covered. You know, what could he do? I mean, both boats were trying to cover him. And the problem for him was that the finish line was not in a 90 degrees position to the wind.
Yeah,
that
it was a little biased. The left side was biased. So this is why the green and the yellow boat had a little less to sail, you know, less meters to sail.
Yeah, here we can see the how it happens. You know, what's this? Oh, he lost his crew. So this was, but again, the situation we saw, and this makes it really interesting when fleet race comes to match race. You know, when these boats are really trying to cover, and if you are able to cover him, if you got shadow from your Janaker, he's really losing speed. So even if you have a 30-meter lead within a couple of seconds, they're really close together. So this is the result overall in this race.
The leading boat from the windward mark was fourth in the end, so it was a little up and downs.
Yeah,
we will see in the statistics later in a few seconds.
Yeah, here we have some numbers and figures. Best start, best average speed, and maximum wind speed was definitely our friends from Germany who finished third now in this race. And they made the largest numbers of jibes. I mean, for sure, they have to do it. It was not their decision. They were forced to do it because they were trying to cover them.
I like this number, the largest number of penalties, which is 4.
Yeah, 4
you
penalties.
Remember that from your active sailing?
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
4 penalties in one race. That's your personal record, I guess.
Here we can see the gains and losses of the teams. A lot of ups and downs. And there we can see the blue line, the German boat who was leading from the first mark on, second, third, fifth, and then the last downwind from the windward mark to the finish. He lost 2 boats, one against the Spanish and one against the Dutch team. So this is why it was a really costly decision for them. But nevertheless, you know, top 4 is important. So every race counts. No discard. We're going to see probably later on the overall ranking after all events. So we have 2 races in each group. This was group number B, and now we're going over to group number C. And I just heard from the studio that we are trying to talk to the winner of this race. I think it was the guy from Holland. If I'm right, yeah, the Dutch team. I think I have to take my glasses, but his name, let me double check his name. Group B. Yacht Club, was it Tim? Was it right? Yacht Club Scheveningen, or was it, no, Bovenwater, right? BJ Race from Bovenwater. Okay, we're trying to get him. Okay. Do we have him on already in the call? Here we are. Can you hear us? He's still concentrating.
Yeah.
Ah, you can hear us. Congratulations to your win.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks
So,
for the victory.
yeah, it was really a big battle, particularly on the downwind. So it was, I think we just saw that the German team, they have to make so many jibes, so you forced them always to tack. What was at the very end the reason why you won? What do you think? What was the reason for winning this last race? When did you make the biggest gains?
I did a very good start, and after I will just go. I just try to take the shift, and in downwind to do not in the wind shadow or other boats, and that's work, I think.
But is it true that the finish line, the finish vessel, that was better rather than the mark, right? So this was, you decided to cross the finish line at the vessel, and
Yeah,
not. And I think this was a
yeah,
shorter
because,
distance as well. I think this was the mistake of
yeah,
the
the shift
German.
coming right.
Yeah,
Yeah, the shift coming right, so I decided to jibe
yeah.
and then win the race.
How did you finish the race before? We haven't seen the results yet. The first race. What was your result there?
I finished ninth
Ninth.
because full start, so
Okay.
very hard to come back after.
Okay.
But I will try to to do some great race to last
Great.
and
Yeah.
take the qualification.
Okay. So we wish you all good luck for the next race. That you're going to make the top 4, and we're going to see you in the final.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
Yeah, I heard we are in the group C already started.
Yes. Oh, they
Is that
already
right?
started. Okay.
So we jump into the race.
Then we jump into the race, I would suggest.
So this is group C.
Group C.
I'm a little biased, to be honest.
Yes. Group C. We have Czech Republic, Denmark, Friedrichsund, Royal Danish Yacht Club, another team from Royal Danish Yacht Club, from France, from Marseille, from Brest, another French team, Hamburg, Hamburger Segelclub from Germany, Bodensee, Germany, Warnemünde from Germany, Warnemünde, another club from Germany, Akademischer Seglerverein, Mühlenberger Segelclub, your club, Ole.
Yes, that's
are
why I'm a little
joining.
biased today.
From Italy, Savoia, Circolo, Vela, Sfarallo, and then one Polish team, one team from Portugal, one team from Spain, Sevilla, and from Sweden, Gamla Stans Yacht Club. This is the group number C. By the way, the race officer of this group is Jonathan Koch, a well-known sailor as well. Probably we are now jumping into this first upwind course where obviously the Royal Danish Yacht Club is in a leading position.
Yes, but it's really close, and we again see some stronger wind on the right-hand side, no shifts, and really, really close. The first, I guess 5, 6, 7 boats are really close to the windward mark.
But this trend, again, the right-hand side seems to be better. Most of the boats are on the right-hand side of the course, even the 2 leading boats, whether the Royal Danish Yacht Club or the Swedish, the French team. Here's the Mühlenberger Yacht Club. Here's your club in 8th position, Ole. What's going to happen there?
I think it's really shifty right now. He was in 2nd position before, still really close.
Who is skippering? Till.
Till, yes.
Till Krüger, yeah.
He is the winner of the German Sailing League.
Yeah. But it's definitely, the right-hand side was obviously much, much better. There was many shifts we haven't really got, but it seems to me that, most of the boats coming from the right-hand side of the coast, and now with a proper lead. I mean, the first team, the Italian team, has a lead of 30 meters already at the first upwind, which is quite a lot. Here we can see him. He already hoisted the Gennaker very early, followed by the pink boat from France and another French team on 3rd position.
And the KDY team also in the Unicorns of Love team, so also professional sailor.
So all teams who have an UOL is Unicorns of Love, which is a professional eSAILING club. So they're representing their real sailing club and a eSport sailing club, which is named Unicorns of Love.
I'm not pretty sure if Jonathan is the race officer. I think he's sailing.
Yeah, but he can do both.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, he's setting up the race. So we need for each race one person is setting up the race, and he's starting the race, and then he has time enough to prepare himself. But he's on which boat is he, Jonathan?
He's on the white boat. No, is he on the white boat? I thought he's on the white boat. I'm not sure. I had a call with Till before. He told me that this is the strongest group by far.
Oh, really?
Since you can see there are some professional sailors from UOL here.
Yeah.
Like 3.
There we can see. Okay, this is a battle between 2 clubs. Wow, that was close.
And it got a penalty.
Wow, that was really close. So a very good lead from the French team, which is Italian team. Movement. Let me double check how this club is really. This is I think
Movimento
this is
from
Circolo Velico Sferracalo. Oh, this is really a tough name. SSDRL. Honestly, I don't know where they're coming from. But they are from Italy. So one boat from Italy is leading, followed by 2 French teams. It seems what this blue signal at these at the ranking from the Italian. What does it mean? He's world champion, or why does he have a blue?
I have no idea. Maybe the guys can tell us. Maybe he's the race officer. I don't know. I just learned that.
No. Okay, we're gonna find it out. But back to the race. So yeah, I mean the leading boat is in really controlling position. But there's another German boat getting in. Unicorns of Love, Roxy John. I think on this will be the boat from
Jonathan Koch. Yes.
Jonathan on board. He's on 5th position. I will try to find out some results of the races before.
We have Johannes Barms also from Hamburger Segelclub. He's also really good.
So let's go into Group C. Hopefully you're going to see some results from Group C, the races before, because then we can... Here we are. So this is Bodensee Yacht Club Überling. Mühlenberger Segelclub, by the way, the races before, they finished 2nd and 6th. So they were on 2nd position overall. If they're going to finish the race here, where they are now,
second but last, so...
that's tough.
That's really expensive race.
That was an expensive race. But Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, they had a 3rd and a 10th. I don't know where they are now. Can you see Bodensee Yacht Club Überlingen? I think this is Johannes? No, he's sailing for Hamburger Segelclub. Even the Hamburger Segelclub, Johannes made it 5th and a 9th the race before. So if he wants to reach the top 4, I think an 8th position is not enough. So even they are out.
But can you see the lead from the Italian? So that's impressive. Very good lead. So this is a win for the Italian team.
Yeah. It's really a big distance. It's like 60, 70 meters already. Yeah, that's huge. So there, I mean, probably we let him go. I think this race goes definitely to Italy. The question is on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Here we can see 3 boats are following and battling for place number 2 and 2nd. 2nd ranked boat, and both pink janakers jibed immediately. And here we can see again they're trying to cover each other. Well, here we can see very clearly how much advantage you have if you are leading and nobody can cover you. Then you can do what you want and you just position yourself. You look into the wind. They are following now the wind, which we can see in the mini map. It's more on the right-hand side of the course. There's a little bit more wind, so everybody's going there, but no risk that you get covered. Like now here, Lucas is trying to cover the other boats, making some gains. It's all about what we call in Germany, these Kleinraumtaktik, which means you just focus on the boats which are around you rather than the whole fleet, just trying to cover and trying to, slow the other boats down, particularly on the downwind.
And there's a big gap after place number 7. So the first boat is gone, but places 2, 3, 4, and 5, they're still in reach for all the boats approaching the line now. So it will be really, really close finish.
Wow, this is, 130 meters lead. That's huge.
But now you will see a very close finish, if we can see it, from 5 boats or 6 boats.
Yeah.
They can all be number 3 in this race.
Well, that's 2nd is in.
Yeah.
And
who's number 3?
Wow.
And 4 and 5, I don't know. Wow, that was close.
Bodensee
I think this was the
Übersee.
closest finish I saw this season.
Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, if they just finish 3rd, if I got it right, they have a really good chance to get into the top 4, which is so important for the teams here, because if you are not top 4, you're out.
Yeah.
So this was the race number 3 of Group C. So we saw overall 3 races. And correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to see 1 race more in each group. And I think we are going, I don't know which group we are going to look at we're going to look at Group C. So we stay in Group C, and as we learned, Tom, Ole just mentioned, it's
very strong group.
It's a very strong group.
Very, very strong group. Do we have a result from after 3 races from the groups?
I have a result after 2 races from group number C, because the problem here we have is that our team who are sitting here in the studio, they have to fill in the results. They don't get filled in automatically.
Right.
So in Group C, I only can see 2 races, but probably in a couple of seconds we're going to have an overview about all 3 races. But what I can tell you is that Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, for example, they were on 6th position before with 13 points, and he just finished 4th as far as I got it right. And this should be enough for him to get qualified. Okay, yeah, so we are back in the studio. This was an interesting race for different reasons. First of all, a strong group. Secondly, the biggest lead we've ever seen. And thirdly, the
closest finish we ever seen.
The closest finish, like 5 boats on the finish line. And I just heard that we got the winner from Italy. There we can see it. Hello.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Hi. I'm Carlo from Palermo.
Hi, Carlo.
Thank you.
Very good race. Very well done.
Hi, Carlo. Very good race. Very well done. Thank you. Thank you. So it's been good from the
really
start.
Interesting. What is all that in the background there?
What are all these?
What is the trophies there?
What are all these trophies in the background? Is it eSAILING trophies we can see, or is it from real sailing?
Oh, I hope so. It's real sailing. It's laser.
Laser. Oh, good.
Radial.
You're a laser sailor. Good.
Obviously a good one.
And you're in the national team in Italy?
In Italy, national teams are very, very small. Just 2-3 guys, 2-3 girls from each category. I've been part of the national team for 1 week.
For 1 week?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
But next time you're going to show your coach. Next time you show your coach all your trophies, and then you're going to stay for 1 more week. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I hope.
So we wish you all good luck for the next race. So you need to be top 4. I think this should be easy for you after this performance. And we wish you all the best.
Maybe.
Okay. So good luck for the next race.
And good streaming.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. So many trophies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Quite a lot of trophies.
Laser Radial.
That's the small one, right?
Yeah. And this the shortest time being in the national team I've ever heard. 3 weeks.
He was just in, or
he was in,
just out again?
Probably he didn't get it right, but when I asked him if he is in the national team, he said for 3 weeks, or he means since 3 weeks.
Since, or maybe since.
Probably that.
Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah. But again, he seems to be a good sailor, and this is what this eSAILING makes it so interesting. For sure, it's not real sailing, but the rules and the mechanism and the strategy and the tactics are all the same. What you don't have the maneuvers, you don't have the crew handling, but starting procedure, tactical decision, tacks and jibes are very, very similar to the real world.
Yes, and in this race we had a little more wind shifts than we had in the 2 races we witnessed before. So this is why we saw the changes in position.
So I now have the ranking in front of me on sailranks.com. There we manually fill in all results. So if you want to follow and want to have an overview, go on sailranks.com. And there I'm going to tell you what are the top 4 teams so far. Again, there's 1 more race to come. So 2 teams from France are on 1st and 2nd position. CV Marcelin, probably Marseille, I think so. 2nd position from Brest, Bretagne Nautism. On 3rd, it's Club Náutico de Sevilla from Spain. And on 3rd, the guy we just interviewed, Circolo Vedico Srivangalanco. I don't know where it is, but it's, as we saw, an Italian team. Very good laser sailor. Laser Radial, a young guy, and he had 8th, 5th, and 1st place. So overall now 14 points. Another top 3, top 4 should be enough for him to be in the top 4. And then after that, we're going to have 4 German teams. Überling, Warnemünde, Mühlenberger Segelclub on 7th position. And on 8 is Hamburger Segelclub. And then the Royal Danish Yacht Club on 9th position. So honestly speaking, for Mühlenberger Segelclub, it doesn't really look too good. So they have 20 points. The 4th ranked club has 14. These are 6 points. If they have a win and all the others probably have a not so good race, it could work. But a real chance I see more for Bodensee Yacht Club Überling. They have now 16 points, 2 points more than the club on position number 4. So 3 to 2 clubs are in the waiting position to get access to the top 4. And as we learned, it's all about the top 4 because only 4 of them get qualified into the semi-final. Yeah, Ole, what a sad story.
Yeah.
Mühlenberger Segelclub. Sorry.
That's right. And I'm wearing my
yeah,
shirt.
you have on your shirt.
I'm wearing my shirt, but it didn't help so far. But it ain't over till it's over. So
it's over till it's over. And Till is the skipper.
Till is still sailing.
Yes.
Till is still sailing. So fingers crossed for him.
Yeah, we do.
And there's still a chance for him to make the first 4 in his group. But it's a really, really strong group. So yeah.
Yeah, even if there's this chance, if there's a chance 1 to 1 million, there is a chance.
There is a chance.
Yeah.
There's still a chance. And he will take it.
He will take it. Okay.
He will take it.
Let's keep fingers crossed.
He's tough. He will make it.
But as we learned, it's a tough group, and we saw really good races there. And you can see that these guys did this very, very often. By the way, before the next race is going to start,
that's a good idea.
Why should they win? And
I know what you wanted to tell now.
Yeah, you know?
Yes.
Okay. The reason is that, the winner of the eSailing Champions League will get this beautiful iPad together with this bag for the iPad, which, now you can see it, iPad and the bag. So this will be the award for the winner of the eSailing Champions League, which we're then going to send to the winners. And all the others on the 2nd and the 3rd, they're going to get a bag. This is a small version of the bag, but this will be a Champions League bag. It's made, even this bag for the iPad, is made out of old sails from the German league. So it's a really sustainable luggage we're going to have here in our hands, because otherwise we would have thrown them away. And we decided together with a small sail maker here in Germany that we're going to make some bags out of it.
And I guess these are made from the Champions League sails also.
Yes, Champions League and League sails. Yeah.
So you get a real piece of Champions League sailing, sailing, even though you're an e-sailing league.
So this is another motivation for all the e-sailors out there who are able to follow us. Do your best that you get.
But the real one, is this small or is it bigger?
No, it will be bigger. This is just a small example of.
Okay.
So we just heard in 20 seconds the race is going to start, and so we are going back to group number C, and the last 8 seconds are up and running. So Ole, left or right?
Right, where Till is. Now he's starting on the right side. Very nice start from Till.
It's the blue boat?
Yes.
Okay.
But he has to go, yes, he's taking away now because he was in the deflection from the yellow boat. And the right side, middle right side, is, from my point of view, the favorite one because you're heading to a right-hand shift.
Yes.
And you are going for a stronger wind. So the position where the blue boat and the yellow boat are now in are, from my point of view, the best positions to be in.
Where do you now, for the non-e-sailors, where do you get the right shift from now?
You can see in the mini-map on the top left side, there is a circle with a three, how do you call it? Windfahnen. I'm missing a word now.
Yeah, like wind direction.
Wind indicator.
Yes.
I don't know.
They're going to show you the direction right now.
Right now on this position. So
okay.
it will move down down the sailing area.
So if it shows a shift to the right, if you go there, then the shift comes a little bit later on.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the indicators, and this is why the Hamburger Segelclub Johannes Barms, a very, very good e-sailer, by the way, as well. I think he's top 10 in the world. And all the other teams on the right-hand side, they decided to go to the right-hand side of the course because of this shift.
And
but
it's really close.
It's close. It's not a big shift. The question is, because they are now kind of in the middle of the first upwind course, everything can happen. Even a strong shift back to the left could happen. right now, right?
Yes, and that's then a little like a lottery, because the closer they get to the ley lines left and right side, yeah, it pays off if you decided for the left or the right side, but you cannot predict it the closer you get to the ley lines. Now you get a little left shift, so you see that the boats on the very right side, they will lose now.
Yeah, but the shift definitely goes to the right, that looks to me, but the left-hand side have quite strong wind. Here we can see it. And the
right.
KDY is now in the leading position. I don't know on which boat they're on. I think the pink boat there, which you can see in the middle. Yeah, it's really hard to say. This is the Royal Danish Yacht Club. They are in the lead, like 24 meters, and it looks to me as if when they're going to tack now, I think the perspective is not so perfect, but they have all the rights. Or the boat here on the left-hand side, if he can tag in. Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah, all the boats from the left side, from the shift, they got in there. You can see Till, he was in second position before the shift, and now he's, I don't know, 10th. But still really close. Meter-wise, it's not that much. So we had a lead from the winner in the last race from more than 100 meters, and now they're together in 100 meters. All the fleet.
And this is Johannes Barms, Hamburger Segelclub. Unfortunately, it won't be enough. I mean, they have 27 points already. Even if he can make it into the final four, it's will be really tough. And even the Polish team, Santa Maria, he's let me double check where he's from there. Andrzej Wiskowski and Segelclub Santa Maria from Poland. So he is overall on 12th position. So I don't see any chance for him to get qualified into the top four. But we have to double check where the Italian team is.
Yeah, they're not good.
I
just checked that. So the top teams, the Spanish, the Italian team, they're not good in this race.
There we can see the Italian. He's on kind of 8th, 10th position. So this opens the door. Definitely opens the door
Johannes.
For Johannes from Hamburger Segelclub, for Bodensee Yacht Club Überling. And where is the other German club from? There, KDY is still, now not leading, but he's second. The Polish team is leading. KDY is following. Very nice maneuver, immediate attack after the mark rounding, which always gives them 1 or 2 boat lengths. So I'm pretty sure that KDY will be in a proper lead. They go to the right-hand side of the course. They expect, obviously, a right shift, and the Polish team goes to the left-hand side. But let's look at the German clubs, and the Italians as well, because it's all about do they get enough distance between them and the Italian team, whether it be the Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, Warnemünde, or Mühlenberger Segelclub, so your team, if they have enough space between them and the team from Italy, because
for Hamburger Segelclub, it looks really good right now.
Yeah.
Warnemünde, second best position for that, but
there is Till. The blue boat is Till. He's ranked on 6th position, right?
I think he was. No, I didn't see that. No.
There he is.
Ah, yes, he is.
So he's 5th.
Okay. And the Spanish team and the Italian team.
The problem is the closer
it's still really close.
It's really close.
It's still jumping. The ranking is still jumping a lot.
He's on 6th position. It will be tough. It will be really tough. The question is of the Royal Danish Yacht Club. I mean, they are now leading, but they have 27 points. So this will be interesting to see who finally made it in the overall ranking. I'm pretty sure we need a bit of time until we filled in all the results. But in this particular group, it will be really hard to see who finally made it to the top 4. It will be very, very close.
Where are the both French teams, Marseille and Brest?
They are
now in this race. They are
on
in the middle.
10, around about 8 to 10. But they have
Yes.
just 9 points. So even if they have a 10th position now, they have 19 points. And I see them still in a very, very good position. The top two French teams, they had 9 and 11 points before the race. And the 6th ranked club, Warnemünde, they had already 20. So there are 10 points between them. Will be hard for them to get into. But even the Royal Danish Yacht Club, they had 27 points already after 3 races. So even if they're going to bring this race home, it will be really hard for them to get qualified into the top 4. Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, they definitely, with this win, they will be top 4. I'm absolutely convinced. This is Unicoms of Love here, another 2 teams. Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, they are now on 2nd position. If they finish 2nd, I'm pretty sure they're going to make it into the final.
Yes. Since the Italian team, I don't know where they are, just 2 points away before the race.
The Italians on,
and they have a separation of more than 2 points between them. So it's 5, 6, 7 points. This will be enough for Bodensee Yacht Club Überling.
Yeah. Here we can see the Dutch, the Polish boat on 3rd position. But for them, it's a nice race for them, but they finished the 3 races before 10th, 11th, and 14th. So even a top 3 result in this race won't give them access to the finals or to the semi-finals. But the best chance to get into is definitely Bodensee Yacht Club Überling. Mühlenberg, sorry to say, Ole, I don't see them winning an iPad here.
No. But
No
did you witness that? It was the biggest shift we saw today, I guess, on this last downward. It was a really huge right shift.
Yeah.
This is why I think the Polish team lost a lot of space.
They're getting closer. But the result is definitely Royal Danish Yacht Club going to win this race. 2nd will be Bodensee Yacht Club Überling,
which is a big point for them.
Yeah.
They will make it in the final 4 from my point of view right now.
And here is the Polish team on 3rd.
It doesn't help them, no.
Or he was overtaken by the Portugals already. So he finished 4th. There is Till on 6th position. So 6 will be 26 overall. I'm not so sure if this works out. Even Hamburger Segelclub, we just saw Johannes Barms.
That was also too much. They had 27 before this.
Yeah.
And this was not enough.
No. So this.
But from my impression, it really was the hardest group. It was so close.
Yes.
We didn't see this close racing other groups.
Here we can see the overall results. 3rd Poland, 4th position Portugal, 5th France, 6th Mühlenberger Segelclub Germany, another French team on 7. Yes, and all the others now. Here you can see Johannes Barms, Hamburger Segelclub. I think he's top ranked in the world ranking list of eSailing top 10. Really good sailor, and here you can see all these up and downs. So it was obviously not an easy game. Here we can see some statistics. So the best start were the Royal Danish Yacht Club, but you can see best maximum speed was Mühlenberger Segelclub.
This
they
goes to
obviously
Hamburg
had
West.
a good speed, but
this record goes to Hamburg West.
More important is the shortest distance. So this is the most important criteria. The teams who made out of the wind shifts the best calls, so the best tactics, the right position at the start, and later on they decided to go to the right side of the wind course, of the race course. So this is the key criteria for them to win. So I just heard that we have Jonathan Koch in the studio. There's Jonathan. Hey, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good race.
Oh, thanks. It was really tight.
That was really tight. So
one small mistake and you're out.
Yeah. But it was a tough race, but a very important one for you, right?
I think when I counted right, I'm in the final, but I'm not sure.
If I counted right as well, because the Italian team who was positioned on 4th, they, I think, just made top 10, 11, I'm not so sure. And you now with 2nd position, very well done. So I heard from Ole, this is the toughest group. Am I right?
Yeah, actually, it's hard to say because there are so many good sailors, but as you have really the top of the world in that group, it was really tight and really hard to manage to qualify into the top four. I think it was also like really close. I'm not sure. I don't see the ranking yet, but
Yeah,
I'm really happy to qualify there.
yeah,
Like I wasn't sure about
for
that.
me, I don't have it black and white, but I'm waiting for, because the problem is we don't have the live data. Now I can see it. Now I have the overall result. You are on third position, so congratulations. Bodensee Yacht Club Überling made it to the semi-final. And on fourth position, interesting, is the Club Náutico de Sevilla. So a Spanish club is in as well. I think he's a well-known sailor as well, Jonathan, right?
Yeah, he is, and he also do a lot of team racing, and especially in the team racing, you really train your boat skills and the movement and all that stuff. And I think that was also very important here in that race. And I'm really looking forward for the top 12 now.
Yeah, that will be, I'm pretty sure you're looking forward. So we're going to have the semi-finals now. So we're going to have 12 clubs and overall 3 races. So you know how important this is. And again, it's all about getting the top 4, and even then you don't have it. So be concentrated, be focused, and we are following you guys. So looking forward to see you on the virtual water.
Thank you really much.
Okay, see you later. Okay, and good luck.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have you seen that? He had not so many trophies, but a lot of...
No, in the background? No.
Yes.
No trophies?
No trophies, but some plants, some green, I don't know, you know?
We like pictures,
like I don't know, like a farmer or something.
Okay. Okay. Probably, I don't know. We're going to find out what it was. So, yeah, interesting group. So probably what we could do, I mean, we just learned that in this group number C, which is a really tough one, we have 4 clubs qualified, 2 from France, 1 from Germany, and 1 from Sevilla. Probably go into group number B. I think we should have the results there as well. Group number B after 4 races. We're going to double check how this looks like. So we have the Schlei Segel Club on 4th position, which is good. Luke Willem.
Really good.
Very good sailor. I know his father very well, and they sail together in the real German league. So they are on place number 4. Dann Wassersportverein Bovenwater from Holland. They are on 3rd.
One of the 2 Holland
one of
teams.
the 2 Holland teams. On 2nd is the Club International de Marine from Portugal, and APCC from Nantes from France. They won the group number B. And on group number A, I'm going to tell you, here we are. Group number A, we're going to have the result immediately as well. So it's a good mix of a couple of international teams. So in group, do you see group A? I have it here.
One second, I have it.
Dragør Sailing Club from Denmark.
Yes. Real Club Náutico de Palma.
Yes.
We talked about him. Really good sailor also. Then Blankenese with Mr. Feuerherd.
Yeah.
Also really good job.
Yeah.
21 points. Okay, that was an expensive last race, but he made it. And then we have Club Naval de Cascais from Portugal.
So 2 Portugal clubs are in.
Yes.
3 German clubs, as far if I counted right, 2 French. So
we will see that. Will we see that later?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We have these new groups.
We have an overview then.
Yes, we're going to have an overview about the groups. We try to fill it in now. We have to do it manually. But I think the groups are clear now. It will take a little while until they are prepared. I don't know one question to my studio here. What do you think? How long will it take for the next race? So we're going to have a 3-minute break.
So we'll make a short commercial break.
We make a short commercial break and see you back in approximately 3 to 4 minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, and here we are back, and the semi-final, the top 12 teams are now clear, and we have beside Ole sitting next to me Till. He's sitting at home. He just lost the qualification. Till, tell us a little bit about the race. It was a tough group for you, and the result not what you wanted, but how was it?
Yeah, when I checked the group today, when we had this whole check-in thing, I realized that this group is really, really hard. I know a lot of players, and I didn't have the highest expectations, and I thought if I make it out of groups, it would be kind of a miracle. So I was really happy with the start, but in the end, the race 3 really broke my neck, and but overall I'm 6th, and this is pretty fine for the strong group.
So there were a couple of professional e-sailors in this group, yes?
Yes, I like 3 members from the Unicorns of Love team and other really strong players. So I think I knew already like 8 or 9 players who I consider to be stronger than me. So yeah.
So we have a
really
good mix of teams from France, 3 French teams, 1 Danish team. 3 Germans finally made it. One is Blankenese, Bodensee Yacht Club Überlingen, and Schlei Segelclub with Luke Willem as the virtual skipper. He did a very good job. He made it as well. 1 Dutch team, 2 teams from Portugal, and 2 Spanish teams. So I think you know all the sailors. Till, what are your favorites? What are your favorites? What do you think you're going to make it?
I think I don't want to say this because I sailed against them, but I think the winners of Group C are the big favorites, Azer and Pepito and Yoni as well. I'm not really sure how the other races in the other groups went, so I don't know about that, but when we have these races, everything can happen. But I'm rooting for the Germans especially.
Yeah.
But if they can't win, then the French one from Azer or Pepito from our group.
Okay, we're going to have 3 more races now in the semi-final. We already explained in the beginning of this live show here that it's all about getting into the final 4. So 3 more races. It's not many races. So every race counts. That means if you lose the first race, will be tough to get back onto the top 4, right? Or do you think 1 race will be a big mix, or will the top teams will be all underneath the top 3, top 4 teams very constant, or will it be an up and down?
I mean, even in our group, we're so much mixing with the results. So I think there is a possible comeback if you fail in the first race. But obviously, you should avoid that. But that's really difficult. I tried to do it after my first 2 races. I tried to sail rather safe, but it was not possible in this group. So you always need to sail aggressive and find spots.
And the wind today seems to be pretty constant. There were not so much big wind shifts today, right? Or was it more in the other groups? Because we didn't follow each group. We just switched from group to group in the live show. But to me, it looks a little bit, we don't have these extreme wind shifts coming from the left and to the right. So it was a little kind of constant.
I'm not really sure about that, but the problem is when you're not in the front, you can't react to the wind shifts like you normally would when you're in the first ranks. So this was my problem. You're going to the right side, and then you need to tack more on the right side because you get bad air, and then there's a left shift coming, and you're totally screwed. Yeah. So so after good starts, the wind shifts are not too big, I guess, and you can really react well to them, and you have time. But once you are in the mix, in the bunch, it's getting pretty difficult.
Tell us a little bit about the real sailing. You already practiced for the German League. I think last weekend you had a training session in Kiel together with Ole. He's sitting here. It was kind of tough conditions, I heard, like more than 25 knots and like 0 degrees. So tough sailing, but you already practicing.
Yeah, it was really windy and exhausting, but I think that's was perfect for us to get back in shape after a long winter. And yeah, we will try to continue all this training so that we are prepared for the first event of the German League.
Well, a lot of teams were on the water, I heard, like two training groups with 7 teams each, something like that.
Yes.
Wow. Good.
Overall, like 13, 15 boats.
Okay. And one question to you, offshore, do you sail the Nord Stream race, the offshore race?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I need to.
I
need to schedule my nights.
I'm in there. I can tell you, I'm on place 8,146. So I hit.
I saw a picture in the beginning where you were like ranked 14 or something. So I was
yeah,
impressed.
but this was then I hit the island because I got a phone call.
Okay.
So and that doesn't work. It doesn't work in inshore and it doesn't work in offshore sailing. So the phone call in between, it doesn't really help you. It was, but however. Yeah, but we are looking forward for the next 3 races. I think they will be all together, so we don't have any groups now. It's they all sail together, all the 12 clubs now. Each race count, no discard, and we'll be very looking forward for if the favorites out of these Group C, which obviously was the toughest group, if they are really the favorites. Let's wait and see. Everything can happen. And I think everybody is motivated to get these, as I show you, these iPad and the iPad back. So there's a lot of motivation probably for them to make it happen. Unfortunately, Ole and Till, Mühlenberger Segelclub can't win an iPad.
No.
So
we have to stick to the ones
one.
we have already.
You have to use the iPad you already have. Okay. Well, I mean, overall, we had the whole eSailing Champions League was pretty interesting. We started with 228 clubs, and now we are here the last day, the final day. Overall, 15 teams, 13 nations were here, 48 clubs, and now the top 12s are here. And I just heard from the studio there's 1 minute left to the start. I hope, Till, you can join us during the race. I don't know if you then can assist us with more insight for you as a semi-professional e-sailer. I think the 3 of us will lead through this race. But we are now switching over to the starting sequence.
Yeah, we have 20 seconds left. We cannot see any more wind in the mini-map on the top left side, so
pretty equal, right?
Yeah, not much wind.
No wind shifts, no gusts, so it really seems to be very stable. So no pre-start, no. So one boat.
It was really close. The green one was a pre-start.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we can see. The green boat had a pre-start, whoever this was. And they are now the first boats are decided to tack to the right. It's a French team. And Lucas from Blankenese Segelclub as well. And there we can see the rankings. Here Blankenese decided to go to the left-hand side of the course. Till, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I can't see any images. So
you can't see the images.
Watch for myself.
Okay.
So right now I don't see anything, but I try to change it.
Okay, we get you in as soon as you can see anything. Until then, Ole and myself will try to lead you through it. So Ole, the mini-map shows us a little bit shift on the right-hand side of the course, or is it quite kind of equal?
I think it's quite even. We can see maybe a little more wind on the left side of the course. What do you? Okay, Till can see something, I guess. I was told that Till has a picture now.
So Till, what do you think? Left, right?
Okay, I need to get a quick overview. Yes, but. Like in real life.
So
I'm not sure how the shift
whole
is right
fleet,
now.
I mean, they started off in the middle, but no, the whole fleet are heading off towards the right-hand side of the course. The Spanish team there, we can see it's Club Náutico de Sevilla. Again, one of the professional sailors. He's far away on the right-hand side of the course, obviously. There is a little bit more wind, Till. Am I right on the right-hand side? There we can see it.
Yeah, but I think for me it seems like we had a left shift before, so everyone was heading to the right side, and now we have a right shift. So being on the right side now is way better. This is what we can see. I think it's Azer on the far right and Joni, the both pink boats. So they have a huge gap already to the boats who are more on the left side.
Joni is the Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, right? There we can see it.
He's there.
Yeah,
okay.
He's currently ranked on 6th position, but I think the leaderboard is not as accurate as it is in real life because they only measure the distance to the mark. So if there are any wind shifts, they don't take this into account. But for me, you're right. It looks like as if the right-hand side was a much better decision.
Yeah, the two boats from Unicorns of Love, Azer and Roxy Yoni, did the best job. I mean, I'm not sure if Yoni comes really on top here on the first mark because the shift is going back to the left side, but he still has a really decent position.
Yeah, he's the yellow boat on the right-hand side, right?
No, I think
he's
it's the pink boat. He's
the
just
pink
crossing.
Ah,
yeah.
okay, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. So
Chico, for example, Chico is number 1 in the world rankings, if I remember correctly.
Okay. So he knows what he's doing.
So yeah, obviously.
And again,
number 1 and 2 for Unicorns of Love.
Yeah.
And again, now we have to go. We have to have a look at the first 4 positions because they qualify for the final.
Yes. And Luke Willem is there as well.
Luke Willem is there, but I have to say this: 3 boats from my group on the top 5.
That's good. Okay. We got it, Till. You're not guilty. It was a tough group, obviously, and your prognosis was right. You just said you expect the top-ranked teams from your group, from Group C, which was really a tough one, being in the lead in this semi-final, and exactly this happened. So, 1 team from France, 1 team from Germany. On first and on second, Bodensee Yacht Club Überling. But nevertheless, another 2 German boats, which is the Schlei Segel Club. He's on 3rd position, which is not so bad. Luke Willem.
Yeah, but he will have a hard time coming back from that left side. The left side is stronger, is better because there's stronger wind. But on the way back, you get a lot of bad air, so he needs to take care of that. I think he found a nice spot with his jibe. He's close to Chico, the Portuguese sailor, but same goes for Yoni. And if you have a constellation like this, he has already won the race because everyone behind him is fighting for rank 2, and he has 100 meters or 76 meters. So this race, rank 1 is already over.
Yeah. But there are Unicorns of Love. Which club is he representing here? I'm not so sure because we have 3 French clubs. Is he sailing for Brest-Bretagne or APPC Nantes? Bretagne, okay.
I think he's Brest-Bretagne, and I think Tanguy is from Nantes.
Yeah, okay.
And there's Pepito as well. So but I don't know exactly.
So they are going again to the right-hand side of the course, the leading boats. Why would you think they expect a shift to the right, or is it the stronger wind on the right-hand side of the course, which we can see pretty good in the mini-map up there, that the right-hand side obviously has a little bit more pressure?
More pressure and the right-hand shift. Right shift.
Yeah, and the right-hand shift just came up. So on the downwind, it was not that strong. So we have a stronger right shift than we already had. So yeah, you just go to the right side, and I think Yoni will remain in the 2nd place with that right shift because he's on the farthest right of all these boats.
Looks to me as well. Luke Willem now is back on 6th position. I think there was a penalty situation on the downwind right before they crossed the leeward gate, and this was pretty costly for him, but he's still I think he's one of these 2 yellow boats. He's still in the game, but again, Ole, you just mentioned it, it's all about getting the top 4.
Yeah. And I'm having a look at right now on 5th position, Lucas from Blankenese. He had I didn't know how he got out there. I don't know, Till, if you saw that, because in on half the way down when he was on 10th or 11th position, and now he's back in the game.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see what he was doing, but probably his mark rounding was really on point. And he's kind of back. He still has a difficult spot because right now he needs to go over the leyland to not sail the whole way to the mark in the bad air.
Yeah.
So he has kind of a gap to the first 4 boats, but a rank 5 or rank 6 in the first race is totally enough. If he can repeat this result in the next 2 races, because consistency is key. So I think with 3, 6 or 5 places, you will continue to go to the finals as a top 4 player.
So in the lead now is the Brest-Bretagne Nautism with a proper lead of already like 60-70 meters. On 2nd position, Bodensee Yacht Club Überling. So two very, very experienced e-sailors. You can see the distance here and the way they're handling this game. I mean, they don't do any mistake. The start was on point. They got the right shift, the right angle, and here we can see already 120 meter. This is huge. This is a huge lead. I mean, in this fleet of top e-sailors, 126 meters already. This is fantastic. And on third position, we now have third and fourth, two Spanish teams. Till, can you tell us a little bit about these guys? Do you know them? They are representing Sevilla and Real Club Náutico de Palma.
Yeah, I mean, Joan Cardona, the foreign world championship or the world champion of 2020. It's not a miracle that he's up there. And the other Spanish guy, I don't know him too well, but he was in my group. And he finished fourth.
Once again. So we got it, Till. We got it. You had a tough group.
Yeah, but I think what I find interesting is that we have only 11 boats in the race. So someone disconnected. That's pretty bad in this first race of this semifinals.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Azer to win this with a big lead.
That's true. So some teams didn't made it into the game, obviously. I don't know if they didn't had enough time to log in because they have to log in into the right game. I think that's pretty tricky. They got all the information hopefully right away, but they have to log in into the race, right? They got an access code, and with this access code, they got access to the semi-final. And obviously, a couple of them didn't make it. Well, obviously, they didn't have enough time. Or what was the reason?
I don't know. Normally you have enough time and it works that you get into the game, but if your internet just blocks out for a second, then you just get disconnected and you're out of the game immediately.
Okay. Till, we're going to see you in a couple of seconds again. I think for connection reason, we have to interrupt the connection and we talk to you in a couple of seconds again. So this is the overall ranking again, France and Germany, first and second. And here we're going to have some statistics. This is the constant performance of the French team. Look at that. Best wind speed, shortest distance, best maximum speed, and best average speed. So
that's impressive. And will be interesting to see if some of the top three ranked right now will make any mistake. So Till mentioned that 5th or 6th place is good for start in this hard group. But we will see if they make any mistake.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine that one of these professionals make any mistake.
Yeah. So this is the ranking. Again, we just saw it on second, Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, third and fourth, two clubs from Spain, Sevilla and Palma. On fifth, Dragør Sailing Club from Denmark. On sixth, Blankenese. On seventh, Club Naval de Cascais. And on eighth position, Schlei Segel Club with Luke Willem. So these were race number 1 out of 3. So we're going to see 2 more races in the semi-final, the same group. Hopefully we get, again, the teams who lost the first event now because they didn't log in. Obviously, they don't have any chance anymore.
No.
Sometimes it's the internet connection. Sometimes it was a mistake that they didn't find the access gate within the game. I don't know. But unfortunately, now we have the top 11 here, and it's all about getting the top 4 ranking, and then we have the final 4 system, which we're going to explain later on. We already did this in the beginning of the race, but the top 4 ranked team out of the semi-final, they will directly get qualified into the final. The final works that way that we're going to sail as long as one club, one team has 2 wins. So it's all about winning a race, and when one club has 2 wins, he's the winner of the eSailing Champions League, and he's going to win the iPad with the bag. I'm going to show it again. This is the bag, and here we're going to have the iPad here, this beautiful one. So this is the prize for the eSailing Champions League, but again, 2 more races. Very good performance of the professional teams from Britannia. Ole, what are your expectations? Was an outstanding performance so far.
Really good, and I expect to see the 5, maybe 6 teams we just saw again in the top rankings in the next race.
Yeah.
What I just saw, what I just want to mention is that it was very efficient from the French sailors. There were 4 in the final starting, and 3 are in the semi-final now. So very, very efficient from the French e-sailors, but also from the Spanish sailors. There were 4, and there are 2 in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Also really efficient. And from Germany, there were 14 and 3 in the semi-final.
Yeah.
But we talked about it already.
Yeah.
It was a tough group with a lot of Germans.
It was a tough
Group
group
C.
with a lot of German. We learned from Till. It was not easy for him, and he's a very good e-sailer as well. But again, we can see how they are performing here. And the team from Bretagne, Nautism, they obviously have really a lot of experience in this game. So
I heard we just got Till back. Maybe we can ask him what he's expecting from the next race.
Till, are you back? Can you hear us? Yes.
Yes,
we can
I'm
see,
back.
and you are perfect. So what do you think? Next race again, the French.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were not too many. There was not too surprising this result. So I think we had the best players in the top places. So I think we can expect a similar result. But obviously, everything can happen. I expected Pepito a little bit more in the front. I think he was 5th or 6th. But beside that, I hope that Uni can remain with this good result and go to the top 4.
Yeah, Joni was the 2nd place. I mean, we just saw the statistic when you just when we interrupt the connection with you that the performance criteria like distance, maximum speed, average speed, the French team was leading in each criteria. So I think they had like in distance traveled, shortest distance. So very, very constant performance from them. It will be hard for Bodensee Yachtclub Überlingen and for Joni to beat them. But even the 2 Spanish teams you just mentioned, Sevilla and Real Club Náutico Palma, they are both professional sailors. They are top ranked in the world ranking list. So we can expect even from them really good pressure and a lot of good results in the next 2 upcoming races.
Yes, the level of all these top players is so close to each other that everyone can win a race, obviously. So it's not like locked up that Azero is winning the other races as well. We can look forward for really exciting races.
Yeah. Regarding the experience and the time they are spending in these games, tell us a little bit about that. I mean, I learned that professional e-sailers, they spend like an average 2 hours a day at least playing this game. Am I right?
I don't really know in detail because the time when I was really active in that scene was some month ago. So I don't know right now how much everyone is playing. But I think if I see how good they are and how many races they sail in all these challenges that the game offers, I think this should be at least 2 hours or 1 to 2 hours every day to just finish all these races.
And do the top sailors meet themselves in private races because you need to have competitors who are on your own level, otherwise you don't get experience. The same in real sailing, you're looking for sailors who are on your level. Do they meet on a regular basis in closed shop races, or how do they organize themselves? And how do they practice?
There are a couple of Discord groups where we organize us. And there's, for example, the Team Race League, where you just join a game and then you have a 3v3 or 2v2, and you just sail these team races. And if you sail these, it really helps you understanding the game because you have so many maneuvers in short time and so many tough battles. So this helps these players a lot. And you find all of these pro players in these leagues.
The algorithm and the game itself, did it develop within the last years? Because I remember when we organized the German league in April, I think, or March, April last year, we discussed about some, improvements like the rules and maneuvers and everything. Is the game improved, or is it until then constant on the same level?
I'm not really sure what they changed, but for me, I just learned to play the game with all these rules. Like I know that these rules in this game are different to the rules in a normal sailing, but I just play around them. So I learned how they work in this game. Yeah. So I play differently when I have a certain situation than I would when I be on the real water. And I don't know how much. I think it didn't change much.
Okay. I just heard we have 30 seconds to start. Perhaps we can jump in and see some images of the pre-start phase. Perhaps then we can immediately jump into that. I'm going to see what's going to happen. So the last 18 seconds are up and running. So what do we see on the water?
It seems to be pretty even. The starting line, I think it's slightly favored on the left side, but the wind is slightly favored on the right side. So it's all about having a clear start with a good gap to the leeward side and just good speed, like the yellow boat here is doing, for example. And if you see the pink boat just close to him, he's now in danger because this is Luke Willem. He can't tag because there are a couple of boats coming with starboard, and he will lose meters because he's in the bad air of the yellow boat from Portugal. So this shouldn't happen because this deficit you get is getting bigger and bigger with every meter you sail.
Okay.
But they are all heading to the left side of the course, right? Because there's a little more wind. No wind shift predicted. You can see in the minimap so far.
I think it's a tiny right shift. I would say that the yellow boat in the middle, I think it should be Pepito. He's in the best spot right now, if you ask me. And Lucas and Chico on the left side will have a hard time coming back against his right shift. So I think the boats more in the middle right now, having the best odds to be good at the top mark.
Yeah, it's interesting. The trend goes to the left side, so they are. I think you're right. It already shifted to the right. But if there is a big shift back to the left, then Blankenese Segelclub here in front of us with Lucas as a skipper, they have a chance. But it will be really close. It's a close match, isn't it? Look at the top 4 boats; they are like equal.
It's close, but the right shift is there, or it's about to hit the field, and there is not much time to the first mark. So the left shift will probably not come back in time. So I would really wonder if Lucas gets in top 3 at the first mark. I think the yellow boat and the pink boat and the yellow boat from the right side are having a better position.
I just saw the guys from France, the Brest-Bretagne Nautism BBN. They are only on place number, let me double check where they are. They are place number 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an awful race for the Unicorns of Love right now. I think I saw they're on rank 12, 10, and 8. And they're about to lose their lead, the lead they got in the first race. So
a lot of ups and downs. Will be interesting to see how it ends. But it's pretty close together. So far, Blankenese is ranked at first position, but I agree will be tough for him to keep the lead until the very end because the 2 Portugal teams are very close together. Yeah, the first Portugal team already, he has to pass behind them. Nevertheless, he's still there. So that was close, but he managed that. So, but he's underneath the top 3 or 4 at least. Lucas.
Yeah, and that's really good with the 6th rank he had in the first race. So he's really sailing in a position where he should be, especially with with like Joan Cardona and Roxy Ioni being further in the back. Really solid performance by Lucas here. Rank 3 on the first mark.
Really good. Top 3, that's really good. But they are close together, really close together. So now they are hoisting the Janaker pretty early. Now he got overtaken by another Italian boat. No, it's a a French boat. Yeah.
His big problem is here. He needs to do a jibe set because of the shift and the wind.
But he can't.
Strength on its side, but he couldn't. He couldn't because he wasn't inside the mark, and now he is in a difficult spot because everyone here on top has more wind and giving him bad air. So that's really rough for Lucas. I hope he doesn't lose too much.
But is it already bad air, or is it? It looks to me visually, it looks as if he still have free wind. But do you think that it's costly for him, this position already?
It is costly. It is costly because he has less wind. Maybe he doesn't have bad air, but he has less wind. Okay. So this is what makes the big difference. And he can only be happy if all these boats on the left downwind side are taking the wind from each other and he doesn't lose much. We see here that he lost some, but it's still decent. I think he's ranked 6, so that's fine.
It's still okay, but you're right. I mean, this it was all about getting enough space between you and the other boats and being on the right on the right side of the course, which in this case was the left-hand side, right?
Yes, and so this is almost exactly what we had in the last race. The first boats just sail free without any bad air, and they already have such a big gap. And Lucas is now in the middle of all these boats, so hopefully he can work his way through, but it will be difficult.
Yeah. But it will be an up and down in the overall ranking, Ole. What do you think? I mean, the former top-ranked teams in the race before, the French boat from Brest-Bretagne, Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, by the way, we totally lost him. Where is Bodensee Yacht Club Überling? He's on kind of 12th position. 12. So this is hard for him. I mean, it will change the whole ranking completely, because none of the boats who were leading before are now top ranked, and even the Portugal team from Cascais, Club de Val de Cascais. I mean, they are now they are ranked number 5, no, the first ranked boat so far. He finished the race before on place 7, so a lot of ups and downs.
I'm afraid that Lucas loses a lot here. Lucas is like in a really rough spot because the wind is shifting back to the left, but it's probably a little too late for him. We see that he's having a hard time coming back. So I think he will lose a lot of places, and that's unfortunate after this good start.
Ole just mentioned the Danish team, Dragør Sailing Club. They were 5th in the race before, and they are now on 3rd position in the ranking. For them, it could be a big jump in the overall leaderboard if they now finish underneath the top 3. And all the others like Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, Brest-Bretagne, Nautism, if they are beyond 5th or 6th position, it's a big chance for the guys from Denmark to climb the leaderboard.
Yeah, right now they win at least 2 points. So they will climb up to rank number 3. We have to wait the last downward, of course, but right now in this situation, it looks like they are making a step forward.
The second,
we have a left shift on the end of the first upwind. That will hurt the Danish boat a little bit, but he will probably still be on rank 5.
Yeah, he's still there. And the German Luke Willem is back, the pink boat. He's now on 4th position, which is quite okay. And the blue boat up there is Blankenese. Here he's going to tack, which is okay, Lucas. He's still in the game, but at least he probably can't make it underneath the top 3, I think.
But it's good for us. It's interesting racing.
Yeah,
and we will have a very interesting last race.
It's very open because, the teams who led the first race, top ranked in the first race, are now beyond 6, 7, and 8.
Yes.
And this will be a look at Unicorns of Love from Brest-Bretagne Nautism, now here on place number 8, number 10.
7, 8,
7, 8,
10,
and they
10.
just won the first race, so it will be a lot of changes. That means the last race of the semi-final will be so important. Everything is open.
Yes.
Yeah, we really need to check the results after this race, so we have the exact scoring points, because this is going to be so close, and we have a lot of math going on, because we need to count every point.
Yeah. But nevertheless, it's not what we expected, Till. I mean, we expected more domination from the top players, but it didn't turn out to be true. So it's big changes. Now a win goes to Portugal. CNC, Club Náutico Naval de Cascais. For them, very good result now. 7th in the first race, 1st in the second. And then another Portuguese team here. They obviously didn't made it the race before, which is bad luck for them. Now they are 2nd here, we can see it. And 3rd.
Oh, what happened to the yellow boat here?
Yeah, what happened there? They had got a penalty.
They got a penalty. Wow.
I think they accidentally got their Ganaka down, and then the boat, when you have it on best VMG already, it goes immediately to the upwind course, because he sounds okay. Best VMG without a Ganaka is upwind. So I think that was a big issue, but he still finished rank 5. He just saved it.
So Luke Willem, the race before he was 8, now he's 3rd, and Blankenese Segelclub, even for them they were 6th in the race before, and now they finished 4th. So very, very open game, and there we can see boat number 7 here is the Brest-Bretagne Nautism. They won the first race, now only 7th in the second race. So this will definitely give so much changes in the leaderboard, and they will be really, really close. And we are just filling in the results. Here we're going to have some statistics. Yes, CNC, very constant performance. And I already see that I have the overall leaderboard right in front of me after 2 races. So in leading position is Club Naval de Cascais. They are on first position. Second position, Brest-Bretagne Nautism, with the 1st and the 7th. Third is Blankeneser Segelclub, with 6 and 4. Fourth position is Real Club Nautico de Palma, with 10 points overall. And Schlei Segelclub with 11 points overall is on 5th, and Club Nautico de Sevilla is on 6th position. And Bodensee Yacht Club Überling overall with 14 points already is on 7th position. So I think the top 6, top 7, they are interesting to watch, because it's all about getting into the top 4.
And they're within 3 points.
And they are within 3 points, exactly. So we have the place number 8, which is APCC Nantes. They have 14 points. And place number 3, Blankeneser Club, they have 10. So you can imagine that even place number 8 overall still have a realistic chance with only 4 points.
Of course.
To get into the final 4. So everything, the last race decides everything now. So one single mistake at the start and you're out, or a really good start, even if you are now on 6th or 7th position, and everything is possible.
I don't know what happened to the Real Club Nautico Palma. They had 5 penalties in the last race. We can ask Till what's the average, but I think 5 is really much. And maybe this was also the led to the 6th place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but nevertheless, I mean, very interesting to see that there were, I didn't expect that. I expect the top performers of the first race and the performers out of group number C, which was obviously a really tough club, that they are controlling this thing.
We just learned that, yes.
We learned this from Trill, that it was a really tough group. But again, I mean, everything is open. And Blankeneser Segelclub with 6 and 4, it's not outstanding, but it's enough to get 10 points. And now they are 3rd ranked. But again, place number 4, place number 5, and place number 6, they only have 1 point more. So everything can happen.
Maybe we can ask the guys from Portugal how it was in the race. I think we got them live. Is that right? Ah, there he is. He looks relaxed.
Good to see you.
Hi.
Hi. You look really relaxed. How was the race?
This one was pretty easier than the other one. Felt good with the start, so nothing really difficult to get up on top.
All right. What do you expect from the next race? So now you're in position 1 with 7 and 1st place. So what are your expectations from the next race?
So hope it goes well again as the second one. The first one was not so good, and yeah, the level is pretty high. All the sailors, the UOL team, they sail very fast, they sail very smart, and pretty hard level. That's what I expect.
And from your point of view, what was the key for your win? So if you want to say what were the 3 most important points in your race, from your race plan for your win?
So just sail the shifts and just sail fast. Just don't get in any wars and just go fast.
Sounds like in real life, right? In real sailing.
Yeah.
Avoid trouble.
Yeah.
And be fast. All right.
By the way, real sailing,
Always.
how's the situation in Portugal? You can go sailing already?
Yeah, I had a championship today. I just came back from the championship, running home to get on time.
Okay.
And yeah, we had a great championship today.
On which boat?
SB20.
Ah, okay, great.
I don't know. Yeah.
How was
Sports
the result?
boat 20.
How was your result?
Was great. It was 5th or 6th, but the second today was not that good as yesterday, and pretty shifty, pretty pressures in the water, and difficult to understand the course.
Okay.
So we keep fingers crossed for you and for
Yeah,
all the
thank
others.
you.
So
And hope to see you in the final.
Yeah, hope so too.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye
bye bye.
By the way, with these live broadcasting, we can see which countries have really good internet connection and which not.
Yeah. That's right.
I
He
mean,
looked really relaxed, didn't he?
Germany, obviously, I would say average, you know?
Best.
Yeah, we fucked a lot of things up in the last couple of years, but
Yes.
internet was one of them,
Yeah.
beside vaccine and other things. But Portugal obviously have.
COVID just gave us a little break to fix things, but we didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we missed this. All right. So we got Till back.
Till, you're back.
Yes.
So we just interviewed the guys from Cascais. Did you hear what he was saying?
He looked
Yeah,
really
I saw the
relaxed,
interview.
right? He looked really relaxed, lying on the sofa.
Lying on the sofa, just taking the
Taking the
wind
wind.
shifts and do everything right and sail fast. That's a trick. Why didn't you do that?
I don't know. I need to get some lessons from Chico.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, some people are playing on their iPad or on their cell phones. So this is possible to be really relaxed on the couch or in the bed. I always play with my PC, so I always need to be at a table, so I can't be that relaxed.
Okay.
Maybe that's the reason.
Okay. Okay, but he just mentioned that in Portugal they already obviously can sail. He just came from the water. They had a championship there on SB20. So I don't that they have like 2 or 3 degrees like we have it here in Kiel. But sailing obviously in Spain, in Portugal is possible. By the way, this year we're going to have a Women Sailing Champions League in Cascais, the place where he comes from. It's planned to be in, let me check, in October, from the 15th till the 17th of October. We're going to sail a Women's Sailing Champions League, real sailing, not e-sailing, in Cascais, which is a beautiful place to be, perfect for sailing. More or less summer the whole year through, and pretty tricky wind conditions there, pretty windy, shifty. Demanding spot, but nice sailing, a nice landscape, and perfect organized clubs there. So good to sail. Yes, Till, last race, everything can happen, right? I mean, did you look at the numbers? I mean, from place number 8 till 3, everything is possible. We're talking about overall 3 to maximum 4 points. This is nothing.
Yeah, I mean, even ranked 9 and 10 have only 15 points. So I think beside the last 2 boats, everyone can go into the finals. So nobody can say really defensively. They all need to attack. So I'm really excited.
So what are your predictions if we get through it in 20 seconds? Your predictions, Ollie?
I count on Cascais, I count on Britannia, and I count on Real Club Náutico Palma.
And the fourth?
Probably another Spanish club. Unfortunately, I don't see the Germans in. I would really like to see them in, but I think the experience of the other teams are so much higher.
Till, what are your predictions? The final 4?
I think first 2 is the same as Ollie, Chico and Azer, and I think behind that we can see Blankenese and Joni. That's my hope for this game.
Okay,
fingers crossed. That's good.
I think we have a couple of more seconds to go. Yeah, here we go. 10 seconds to the start. So we're going to see in the mini-map no big shifts and no big gusts. So it seems to be equal. 5, 3, 2, 1. So no pre-start. And here we go.
Well, there's an early penalty on the right side for Joan Cardona. That's really bad for him. But beside that, it looks like a really normal start. We have a slight right shift, so everyone is continuing going on starboard. We see Lucas on the left side, which seems to be a little bit too aggressive because the right shift seems to be strong that he never can cross. But we will find out.
But we saw that quite often from Lucas. The race he won in the group phase, he started there.
He loves the pin end.
He loved the pin end, I guess.
Yeah, in this case, with this strong field, it's a safer option because it's a little bit easier to execute the start. But I don't want to be too negative, but with this shift, we can expect him to not be top 6, 7, 8 at the first mark, I guess.
No, I agree. You can see that even now he can't cross, and these are the last boats of the whole fleet. So, and you can see he doesn't have the choice. You know, everything he can do is heading towards to the left-hand side and hope that a big lefty will help him to get back. But it doesn't look like that. So I think, it was not the best call.
I mean, we have to imagine the first boat, the blue one, is the Dutch boat, who is last overall. He had a bad start on the right side, but the right side is so much better that he's already first. So, yeah.
And he's already leading with 20 meters. And this is the Dutch boat from Bovenwater. They just, first race he was 10th, the second he was 11th. So no chance for him to get back, and he's currently leading. But look at our favorites here. There is already on second position Brest-Bretagne Nautism, OUL, BBN on second position, and on third position it's another French team from APCC Nantes.
Yeah, we can say that I think it's, I don't know if it's Pepito or Tanguy. One French boat was second to last, and the Dutch boat, so they have no chance getting back into the final. So I really like the strategy here for Azer. He will not be first at the first mark, but he's just sailing pretty safe, and that's all he has to do because he's he's second overall. Yes.
Yeah, and another Portugal. Where is our Club Naval de Cascais, the Portugal team? I think he is on third position.
I think he's on the left side.
Yeah. He's in.
No. I think Cascais is Chico. He's ranked 5.
Yes. Yeah.
And Martim is the other Portuguese. So here, Chico is coming in there. He needs to find a gap. That's really crucial for him.
Yeah.
Seems like he can go there behind Joan Cardona.
Yeah, but they are really close together, so there's already one penalty in there, so everything can happen now. I think the leading boat, the Dutch boat, he's really far away, like 30, 40 meters. He's jibing away. I think even this call is right. Look at the mini-map. There's a lot of very, very strong wind at the right-hand side of the course, so I think this is definitely the right decision to jibe. But it will be interesting to see. You look at the battle from second, third, and fourth club. So this is really, that's like match race.
Yeah, and the Dutch boat will love this fight behind him because he just goes best VMG, just goes to the downwind mark, to the gate, and I think he can't lose this race just because there's so many fights behind him.
The rich get richer.
Unfortunately, all the German teams are in the back end of the fleet, and only Joni is the one in distance to reach maybe some of the places he wants to be.
Yeah, Joni looks decent because Chico is only on rank 10, for example, so the one who is first overall. I don't know how exactly the point differences are between the players. Joni just needs to focus on his game and needs to try to finish as good as possible. But right now he dropped some places, so yeah, difficult situation. But the Dutch boat, solid lead, really.
That's right.
Really nice.
Like 80 meters, so yeah, again. But he benefits definitely from the battle of the other boats. So this is why, as just said, he get richer and richer, and the distance will. If he doesn't make any big mistakes now, for him, this race definitely goes to Holland. But overall, it doesn't really help him because he can't make it under the top 4. This is impossible. So it's all about focusing on Portugal and France, which are in second and third position. And to me, it looks like that these teams are so dominant and so familiar with these kind of e-sailing and this racing format that they will definitely make it to the final. So it's all about who will be the other two boats. So for me, Club Naval de Cascais and Brest-Bretagne de Nautisme, the French teams and the Portugal teams, for me this is clear. And then we have Real Club Náutico Palma still somewhere in the game. I think the Spanish team, which is now on place number 4 overall. I think they have all the chances as well to make it into the final.
That's a huge left
We need
shift.
to focus on the... Yeah, we had a huge right shift, then a huge left shift, and now the right shift is coming back. So these players really need to pay a lot of attention to the mini-map. Seems like the Dutch boat lost a little bit of his advantage he already had, but still looks decent.
Yeah, because he had like 100 or 80 meters already. And you're right. I mean, he lost some meters, but when he rounds the mark, he has free wind. And again, behind him, the battle will go on, and he will again benefit from that. But you're right; it was like 80 to 70 meters, and all of a sudden it's only 10 to 12 meters. It was very shifty, wasn't it? It was left and right and left and right, so very demanding for the gamers to understand where the wind comes and where it goes. So not easy.
We really took care that my team is not the Portuguese guy who is in front overall. So that's really important to note.
You're right.
That's Chico. He's only on rank 8. So the only one locked up for me, or like the only two, are Azer and Johan Cardona on rank 3 and 4 here.
Yeah.
Behind that, I think everything can happen.
Yeah, you're right. And where did you see the guy from Cascais? Where is he overall now?
He's rank 7 right now.
So 7, that will be tough. That means
8.
we have 15 points. Will be really close. I'm not sure if we will keep the overview. I think we have to wait until we filled in all details in this leaderboard, which is not a live leaderboard, a compilation of all races. So manually we have to fill in the results. So unfortunately it will take a little while until we have all results in. But we can be very clear that the team from France, Brest-Bretagne Nautism, now here on 3rd position, they are definitely make it to the final. I think this is pretty clear. And as well, the Spanish team, which is Club Náutico de Sevilla, right? I think they are on...
I think it's Palma.
Oh, Palma.
Yeah, I think it's the Palma.
And it's Palma. He is now 2nd, and he was, before this race, he was 4th overall, so he has definitely in his hand to make it into the final as well.
Sadly, really unfortunate this race for Lucas, who was in a good position, but he doesn't really got back in this race after the start on the left side and the big right shift. Would have been nice to see him in the final.
Yes, absolutely. But there is no chance for him now to recover. He's so far away, like 240 meters behind the leading boat. So, and it seems to be that there was a change in the lead already. So it's not the Dutch guy anymore. It will be very close. It will be a match race between these two. Let's see who's going to make it. Whether it be the Portuguese team or the Dutch team who was leading the fleet so far. But very close to the end, they didn't make it. So he got covered. Well, that will be tough. Yeah, but he made it.
Yeah.
Okay, win for
for our team.
Yeah.
For our team, it's really important because he was only 9th overall, so he had only a slight chance to the final. I hope for him that this 1 point didn't mean that he's not in the final. But it's really close because a lot of players.
He had 15 points overall. Yeah. The race after 2 races, and now it was another second. That means overall 17. If 17 points are enough to get underneath the top 3, I don't think so. But let's wait and see.
Sad race. Yeah, we can just say I'm sure about that. A really sad race for the German boats. We just saw, I think, Lucas on rank 10 or 11, and we saw Joni on rank 12. So they both missed the final, sadly.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully you're going to have the overall leaderboard in a couple of seconds. Sorry that it will take some time. Do you already have it?
I think I have it.
Okay, I don't have it on my computer. Then probably, Ole, you can lead us through the rank. I have it now as well.
Okay, so we have, your tip was right, Ollie, that no German team made it to the Final 4. Then we have on 4th place, we have Club Internacional de Marina de Vilamura, the Portuguese club. Then on 3rd place, the Real Club Náutico, Palma. Club Naval de Cascais, the other Portuguese team, 2 Portuguese teams in the final, on the 2nd position, and Brest-Bretagne on 1st position with 3rd place in the last race. So till you mentioned it was 2 points for the 5th team to miss the Final 4. Okay.
Yeah, Till was right. I mean, it was not. No matter if he would have won, it wouldn't have been enough, right?
No,
so
no.
Definitely not. So 17 points, it was enough anyhow for the Portuguese club to get qualified. So no matter if he would have win or not. And for Club Náutico de Sevilla, 19 points overall. Yeah, tough, but the winner takes it all. So unfortunately, no German in the final. But as we learned, it's a really, really good level, and we have the best e-sailors in the world in this final. And so one small mistake, and we just saw, the guy from Blankenese. Good start, left-hand side, but it was not good enough. And just half a boat's length, which is not enough, then you don't have any chance to recover from the left-hand side of the course, and then it's gone.
And we saw that it was really shifty to decide for one of the sides to start this aggressive like he did, and to decide for the left side, and not being able to lose from the block and to change the sides. That was not good. So he was not able to take the shifts to hit for his advantage. So yeah, that was expensive.
So we have 4 teams now in the final, and I think we already explained, but I do it once again for everybody who is following us in this live stream. The Final Four system, which we developed for the Sailing Champions League, which we use in the real Sailing Champions League as well. How does it look like? We will have at least 4 more races. Maximum. Sorry, at least one more race, and maximum 4. Why? Because we sail as long as one of these top 4 clubs gonna have 2 wins.
That's right.
And there is already the first ranked club of the semi-final, which is the Brest-Bretagne Nautism. They already got 1 win because they get qualified into the final as a leader. So that means if the Brest-Bretagne Nautism wins the first race of the final, then it's over.
That's right. So it's first to 2. The team with 2 wins wins the Champions League.
Yes.
And Brest already has 1 win.
Yeah.
So they only need 1 more win, and that's it. If another team, it was like in Sardinia. We went there. We have seen the final in the Champions League in Sardinia. If one of the other teams has a win now, there are 2 teams who can win with the next race. And if the third team wins, we have 3 teams who can win with the next race. So that will be really, really exciting to see, because all of them can make the next race.
And the interesting part as well will be in this race to see how they act in a much smaller fleet. Because normally we have like 12, 14, 15, up to 17 or 18 boats are on one line. So there are many, many other boats who you have influence on your strategy and tactics. Now we have only 4 boats on the line, which is much closer to match race rather than fleet race. So everything is doable. So even if you have a bad start, but you have perfect tactics in the upwind or downwind, everything can happen, because there are not so many boats between the leader and between the last boat. It's only 3 boats between, or 2 boats between them.
And there are 3 teams who just have 1 goal beside winning a known race. They want to avoid that Brest wins another race.
The worst thing that can happen is that France is going to win. So,
so
if they have
teams are against them now.
Exactly. If they would have experience with team race, and we learned that team race very often is used in these e-sailing games.
Some of them have, yes.
Then the 3 of them should do everything to sail back the French team. But on the other hand, everybody wants to win as well, because if they're going to win 1 race, they have at the next race a chance to get the overall win.
So we have an interview partner I just heard. Is that right?
Okay. I haven't heard that. So, Brest-Bretagne. Congratulations. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so very good. Good race. First, 7th and 3rd. So overall lead. So you are now the lucky one. 1 more race win and you made it. So a lot of pressure on you, right?
Yeah, maybe. I'm expecting a lot of team racing on me on the next few races. I would probably do the same. They probably won't let me win a single one, so I think it's going to be really interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we just discussed that team racing will be now probably something we're going to see. But on the other hand, we shall not forget that even all the other teams, on one hand, they want to avoid you to win, but they want to win a race as well. So this will be a kind of a mix of fleet and team race, which we are going to see. But one question to you: usually there are much more boats on the line. Now we are only 4. Is it a big difference for you, or are the rules and the game is it the same?
I don't think it's going to be much of a difference because nobody's going to let a single player get away. So I would expect even starting in last position, you have a chance of winning a race, I think. So not a problem.
So will be interesting, very interesting to see who's going to make it. So we wish you all the best. Good luck. And the pressure is now on you. And you know, if you win, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah. I'll try my best.
You try your best, and you're going to win an iPad. So be concentrated and good luck for the next race. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. They all look really relaxed, right?
Yeah, and
the Portuguese guy was lying on his sofa, and he's just, no, it's easy.
Yeah.
They have no stress. Very nice.
No stress at all. Yeah, you're right. And very young guys.
Yes.
Yeah, most of the players are not older than 20, 21, something like that.
Why is that? I don't know.
Because they are much more familiar with these kind of games. So, yeah, but again, the rules are the same. I mean, it's and we saw that a lot of real sailors are in this game. It's not about that we have like eSAILING nerds. They come from real sailing. That's what I think this eSAILING thing makes it so interesting.
So we got Till back in the line, I guess.
Yeah, Till.
We can ask him how
a sailor and a e-sailor as well.
Yes.
Not that young. So he's a little older, so he can really go sailing.
So we just learned he's expecting team racing. Do you expect the same?
I mean, it's when we sailed last year the eSAILING, the Bundesliga, the final race. It was the same situation that we had Düsseldorf with the first win, and if you are in the situation as a boat who hasn't got a win so far, you just need to focus that this guy is not winning. So in this first race, the French boat will have a really hard time because everyone will focus on him. But after that, the race is open because then we have 2 boats who can win by winning the next race, and then the race will be completely different. But if Azair manages to finish the next race on the first rank as well, he really deserves that iPad.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a young guy. He was like,
I don't know how old he is, but
like 19, 20, not older than that. So,
yeah, that's why he's in the final and I'm not.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, if we would bet, on which team would you bet?
I keep betting on him. I mean, I saw when we talked over the last qualifier last week. I told you he's the best e-sailor in my opinion, so I just think he's going to win it.
Okay, so it's lots of pressure on him. He expects exactly what you just said. Everybody's trying to sail on him. So this will be very, very interesting to see whether he can stand the pressure. Because at the very end, I mean, you have enough space, you have a big starting line, and you can do everything. But all they want when we're talking about sailing against him, we're talking about forcing him into a penalty, right? I think this is the easiest thing to do at the start or after the start, force him into a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you want to avoid is that he wins. So you can sacrifice your own race for him not winning. And if you have to do it, you do it because you don't want the race to end already.
Yeah, but the guy who decides strongly to sail against him, on the other hand, if your competitor wins, he has all options in the next race as well. So even if you are just focusing on him, trying to avoid let him win, and you forget that you need to win this race as well, then it's not a good deal.
I think you don't completely change your game plan for this race, but if you have the option to give him bad air or make him do a maneuver he doesn't want to do, then you just do it. You just really focus. Like if you have a situation where you can either protect the one guy or him, you always protect him.
Okay,
So
I just heard we have 1 more minute, so probably we jump immediately into the pre-start phase, and we're going to observe if the team race against the French team works out or not. So there are a couple of seconds to go to the start, and I'm really looking forward for this race because this makes this final so interesting.
I just wondered if they shorten the line now.
Yeah.
Yes, the
looks
line's
like
always
that.
shortened. Like you,
Yeah.
yeah. When you sail, when you create the race and you just put in, okay, we only sail with 4 players, the line will automatically get shortened compared to when you have like 18 players like the last time. Or 16.
So,
with 16.
what are you going to see? Is it already team race or is it just preparation? No, on which boat do we have to focus, by the way? Where is the French?
We need the pink boat with a French French flag in it. So on the right side we have.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
he is.
He has a really good situation. But now, they just close.
They are waiting
close the
for
gap
him.
at the starting vessel. Oh, but he does a good job, I guess.
Yeah, he escaped.
But he gets
got
a penalty.
He gets a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
what they
an early
wanted.
start,
That's
I
what they
think.
wanted. Oh shit! That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
He will probably not come back from this, but
We will have another
maybe
race.
he can do it.
Yeah, Ole just mentioned that's clear. We're gonna have another race because we don't make it back. I mean, for sure. I mean, this
Yeah.
was exactly the worst thing for him to happen. Penalty at the start, and now it's the two Portuguese team. They have it in their hand now to win the race, and one of them can probably then finally make it to get the Champions League final. Because the next race will be different, right, Till? What do we expect? Because now,
Yeah, as I just said, you can't when you have when you're just one boat, you can't protect 2 other boats from winning. So in the next race, I think we'll just have regular fleet racing because that's too complicated to just trying to block two boats from winning while still racing your own race. But yeah, we have a right shift coming, so I don't think Azeo is winning this one. So we're gonna see another one.
yeah, definitely. That's my expectation as well. Yes, I mean this was best practice of team race, I would say. It's exactly what we expected. It's all about now that the teams who are gonna have 2 wins. We're gonna sail as many races as necessary, maximum 4. But the team who has 2 wins, they have the overall win. And so far, the French team, which is now positioned on place number 4, so the last boat, he already got 1 win in, but it doesn't look to me as if he has any chance in this race to recover and to get another second win in. So we will be probably one of the two Portugal or Spanish teams who have all the opportunities now to get their first win in. And then in the next race, we have 2 teams with the opportunity to get an overall win. By the way, sometimes we have a 5th boat getting in. Don't be confused by that. This is just a kind of spectator who's still in the boat or the camera boat. Sometimes there is a Swedish boat or another 5th boat, but it doesn't have any influence in the race. So we are focusing on these 4 boats we're going to see now. 2 teams from Portugal, 1 Spanish team, and 1 French team from Bretagne. Brest, Bretagne.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't count. Maybe we shouldn't count the French boat out too early because it's so close at the top 3 boats. So if we see penalties and bad airs and a lot of fighting on the downwind, so he maybe can come back. We will see. His gap is not too big. He's kind of close.
Yeah, you're right. It's not really. It's like 18 meters, 20 meters. So he still has a theoretical chance. But again, I mean, there will be, if there is a match race between these boats, for sure, everything can happen. But it's not easy for him.
Yeah, but look at these fights happening right now. So if he just goes best VMG, goes his best speed, and these guys are fighting with each other, he maybe can have a nice comeback in this race.
And he's following the boat, so he doesn't do any alternative strategy like jibing away. So he's still trying to be as close as possible to the other boats. And so far in the lead is Unicom's of Love. I think this is Real Club Náutico Palma, right? Am I right? No, sorry.
No, it's the Portuguese.
Portuguese
Cascais.
team. Yeah. Club Naval de Cascais.
By the way, there are 3 boats from UOL in the final.
Yeah. 3 boats
Just
from
one
URL, and explain, give us a little bit of background of UOL. Till, what is the background about this?
Yeah, that's the Unicorns of Love. That's a German e-sports team, and they just funded eSAILING part of their organization. So, and they have some players in their team, and as we can see, there's the best players in the world. And we see that Azer is coming back from this fight.
Yes. As you just mentioned, France is back. France is back. Look at them. Oh my God! So 2 penalties.
Okay.
2 penalties in the mark rounding, which is
Without
tough,
this penalty, he would be in the lead, right?
I mean, maybe not in the lead, but he would be really close.
Yeah.
But because he just made up so many meters on this downwind and had a good rounding, but he touched the yellow boat, I guess, and he didn't have mark room. So,
but nevertheless, they're close together. I mean, he definitely recovered. I mean, he's now already on 3rd position, and he's heading off to the right-hand side of the course. Does it make sense to you, or which side do you expect to be better?
That's a little right shift.
When we had and when we had the last meters of the downwind, there was a right shift, but the right shift is now over. So we can see that the left shift is slowly coming, especially on the left side. On the right side, we have a right shift, but I think this is going to go away. So they're all heading to the left side to get the shift as good as possible.
Wow, this is Real Club Náutico Palma. So the Spanish team here in front of us, they decided to go to the left-hand side of the course, and even they are back. You know, it's so close together that everything can happen, even within this race. I mean, even the French team, he's back. He's now in the overall ranking now. He's top ranked on 1st position, which I can't see that it's really going to happen, because then it would only be possible.
I can see it happening. I see the right shift. So
you expect a shift to the right?
Yeah, and a lot of wind on the right side. Really strong wind on the right side.
So we concentrate on this boat, which we have now highlighted here. This is the French boat. They already won a race. He got a penalty at the start. Now he recovered, and he's heading off to the right-hand side of the course, which obviously seems to be better, in particular the closer they get to the mark. So he has every chance now.
We have the right shift here.
There's a right shift, but he probably can't make it to the lead, but he's still back in the game. He's 2nd or 3rd, but not a very, very close distance.
Yeah. Now the first 2 boats really need to care, because they can't do so much fighting on the downwind, because then he will come and use his chance. So this will be complicated for every of these 3 boats. I think the 4th Portuguese boat is already out for this race, but the other 3 guys can still make it.
But again, the pressure is on the French boat now. Did he get a penalty? No. Okay. No, they are really close together. And now it's all about if the battle between the top leading boats, if the French team going to benefit from that. Now they are hoisting the Janaker, French team as well. And again, it doesn't matter if you are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. It's all about winning. So they need to do everything to win the race. What I'm surprised of is they don't jibe, because there's much more wind on the left-hand side of the course. What do you think, Till? Or is it better?
No, they do the exact. Yeah, they just they have a good shift here, and they have good wind, so they just keep on going like this. I think that I'm just a little bit confused, because I thought that the last boat will just like cover the French boat just to make him slow, that he doesn't win. But he's giving some freedom here. So we're going to see a really intense fight here.
Now he's covering. Now he's going back. And now it's all about, but he should go back and cover the other boats. And this is what exactly he's doing. And again, so oh my God. So it's in theory, it's possible he could win. I mean, look at the finish. He's in a good controlling position, and he will jibe again to cover the other boats.
Yeah, the closer he gets, the better his position gets, because he just always has starboard. And he has a really good chance of winning the Champions League right here in this race. But Martin is coming back as well, the other Portuguese boat. So this is going to be a really close finish with all 4 boats.
That is why.
Look at the French. Look at what he's doing there. He got it in his hand.
Oh, he got a penalty.
No, not he.
Penalty for Chico.
Not him.
Oh, he makes it. Cardona makes it and wins the race.
Look at the time distance.
Oh my God! Look at this. I mean, wow!
It's all within
It's incredible.
1/10 of a second.
It's incredible. It's really. This was really an incredible race. I didn't expect
the world
them to
champion
recover.
The world champion of 2020 won the race, Cardona, so he has a match point as well. So I think this second race of the final will be really intense.
Wow! I mean, I didn't expect that.
That was good.
That was really good.
I like that.
Under 1 second.
Under 1 second, and it looked to me like 100 meters or 50 meters before the finish, I thought the French he's going to make it because he was in a good controlling position, and then he got the penalty right in front of the finish line. This was really bad luck for him because until then he controlled everything, and he was able to cover the boat until they reached the finish line. So then there was the starboard port situation, and by that he got a penalty in. Yeah, here again, very, very, very good domination of Unicoms of Love. Martin, he is kind of dominating like maximum wind speed, best maximum speed, best average speed. But when it comes to distance, the winner of this race, Real Club Nautico Palma, Julian Cardon, what's his name? Julian Cardon, Till? No. What's his first name? Okay.
Juan Cardona, I guess.
Juan Cardon. He just won the race, and I think, now we have two teams who are able to win the Sailing Champions League. Here we can see the up and down. So everything was possible.
Yeah.
In particular, Unicoms of Love, the French team, OLBBN from Brest, from the Bretagne from Brest, last with a penalty at the start, and then he recovered, getting back on second place, and finally third in the finish. And the guy from Spain, he came from third position, and in the finish he made it on the podium. So we have now two favorites. One is the Real Club Nautico Palma. They have the chance to win if they win the next race, or the guy from Bretagne, from Brest. So two favorites. Interesting.
Yeah. There are two teams who just need another more win. But as Till said, and as we saw in Sardinia,
everything can happen.
Everything can happen, and if they concentrate on these two teams, there are two other teams who can win.
Yeah.
And then we have a third team.
So I just heard we got an interview with the winner. Here we go. Can you hear us? No. Whoop. Now he's gone. Okay, Spain obviously doesn't have good internet.
I just wanted to ask you a theory. You just said something.
The best internet is definitely in Portugal.
Yeah.
We lost him. But anyhow, I don't know how long it takes until the next race. Probably you can get a tip from the studio. Do they already preparing themselves for the next race? Okay, still some time to go. Yeah. So, what do we expect?
I think we got him back.
Oh, we got him back. Here we go. Can you hear us? We can see you. Can you hear us? So he doesn't have audio. Okay. We can see you, but we
Maybe
can't
he's
hear
preparing.
you.
He doesn't see.
No, he knows that he's online, but he doesn't have a microphone, or it's switched off. Okay, he's in Bermuda. Okay, I just heard he's in Bermuda.
SailGP.
SailGP.
So
he's one of the SailGP sailors.
That's what we learned last time. So he's also in real life a professional sailor.
So it would be great to talk to him, but we can't hear you. Unfortunately, we can't. It would be nice to talk to him.
Yeah.
Because that's what I heard. He's a very, very good e-sailor, and he is a member of one of the SailGP teams.
But I can tell you something. If he wins the next race, we will talk to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they have internet, or he found a microphone.
Yeah.
Without a microphone, it doesn't work. Ole, what do you think for the next race?
I don't know. I really
France
cannot tell.
Spain, or another one.
It was impressive to see how Bretagne came back.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Here you are.
Nice.
We can hear you. So congratulations, you're in Bermuda.
No, I'm not. I'm in Vilamora because I have the European Championship of the thin class. I'm
Okay.
starting tomorrow,
Okay.
so I will be joining the team later on the season.
Okay. So first of all, congratulations. It was a very interesting race. Oh my God, the last finish. And I just saw the French guy that he's back and he is able to make it, but at the very end it was you. So how did it happen? The last meters of the last downwind.
Yes, I think all of us were trying to stop as much as we could the one in first, and actually being in first in the last windward mark is not the best. but yeah, I mean, I think I got the best position. There was a little bit more wind in my side. I managed to not having so much shade from the other boats.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the end, it's all decided and went in all the races, I think.
So now we have two teams who can win. So one of them is you, and the other one is the French team. So what will be your focus? Will you focus on your own race, or will you take a look on the French boat to control him a little bit and be closer to the French team?
Nah, I think we all need to win races, so it's everything super tight, and I just try to focus as the best as I can on winning the race, and yeah, the rest doesn't matter that much.
The rest doesn't matter that much. Okay, so we wish you all luck. You need to be prepared for the next race. I keep fingers crossed for you. Another win, and then you made it. Then you are the winner of the eSailing Champions League. So let's see what the next race brings.
Thank you very much.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So he's not in Bermuda.
No.
Nice spot. By the way, Bermuda, we are trying to organize a qualifier in Bermuda for the Champions League.
That would be nice.
Would be great. It's not clear because the Corona situation forced everybody to stop everything and to observe the COVID situation. But Bermuda is very interesting to host a Champions League event. Hopefully this year, if not this year, probably the next year.
But the rest of the season is more or less clarified, right?
Yeah.
So we are sailing in Kiel and Porto Cervo.
Kiel is clear. Porto Cervo is clear. St. Petersburg is clear. The only thing which is not clear is the date, because we need to take a weekend probably in July, where the Russian league is anyhow in St. Petersburg, because we're going to use the boats of the Russian National Sailing League. But however, back to eSailing. So perhaps last race, perhaps not.
Yes, that's what I wanted to answer you. I'm going for Brest again, because I was very impressed from the comeback they did, and they almost did it. So I think
this was Till's favorite as well, as far as I remember. Till mentioned, and he sailed against him quite often, that this guy is really very familiar with these, in particular in this year, he obviously is very good. And his recover was incredible.
but maybe we sit here in 6 minutes and
another team came in.
Yeah,
like the final in Porto Cervo this year, which was, I think, the most thrilling final I've ever seen.
Yes.
Where at the very end, in the final four, all four teams were able to win. And then, luckily, one German club, Bodensee Yacht Club Überling, they made it. And yeah, let's see what this next race brings. Yeah, before we jump in, I don't know if Till is back. Probably some more. Yeah, Till, there you are. Welcome back. So we just discussed, Ole and myself, what do we bet on? I'm not so sure. Ole is betting on the French team, probably the same as you.
Yeah, I'm not changing my bet right now. I still believe in that guy, so I think he's going to do it still.
Yeah, his recover was really outstanding. Nobody expected that.
Yeah, he really knew how to use the battle of the boats in front of him. So he really made good decisions there. And we were already
okay. We are back in the game. So 12 seconds to go. And again, we'll have to focus on the Spanish and the French team
with 2 penalties already.
But the penalty, I think, is already over. So yeah. So what do we see? A split and a penalty. Which boat is a
Yeah,
penalty?
Cardona and one Portuguese team.
Oh, shit. Okay, penalty for the Spanish team.
It's pretty funny that we see the best starts from the boats who doesn't have a win yet.
Incredible.
But we see a right shift coming, so that favors the French boat on the right side. This is why the Portuguese boat here in the yellow boat is already tacking to the right side. So yeah, I think the right side is so good that they all need to go over there.
So you expect a shift to the right, and this is why the pink boat, the second pink boat here, there we can see it, Unicoms of Love BBN, which is the French team from Brest. He expects a shift to the right. And again, if he they're really close together, so everything can happen. If he wins this race, or the Spanish team wins this race, then they take the overall win. So the two Portuguese teams should do everything now, not let the French team passing. But till you're right, the further they get to the right-hand side, the more the right-hand side turns out to be the better one. And this is a big advantage for the team from Brest.
Yeah, I think the two boats on the right side will be on rank 1 and 2 at the first mark. So these boats who already have a win and just need to score one more, they will be really intense because they will fighting until the end.
So Brest is so far on second position, but very, very close to the CNC from CNC was from Cascais. I have to double check
That's
this
Chico
once
again,
again. Chico, I think it's
Yeah.
Cascais. So they don't have a win yet, but the French boat, which is now on third position overall, but pretty close together. It's like 1 or 2 boat lengths, which is nothing. We just saw how the French team or the French skipper recovered in the race before. So he needs to do everything now to take another win, and this will then give him the chance to win the overall Champions League. And it looks to me that he is in a very, very good position. Now he just tried to battle with the Portugal team. But what do you think? I mean, it's not the perfect position, because if they tack underneath him, it could give a penalty to the French team. Don't you think so?
Right now, the French boat seems to be fine because he enters the zone with an overlap. So I think that's fine. But still, they're also close. And the yellow boat needs to duck every single one. So what a confusing situation. And a penalty for the French boat.
I mean, that was clear. I mean, why did he do this? Phew. Okay, now the penalty is
now
over.
we have a really good leader who is Martin from Portugal, and he needs to win this race to stay in the competition. Yeah. And it looks quite good for him.
And he has already like 20 meters lead. So
we maybe have another race.
We're going to have another race. Definitely, we're going to have another race. It's very unlikely. But we already saw how they are able to recover.
Yes.
And it's over when it's over. And again, we're talking about 40 meters, which is a lot. But we learned that they are able to recover. Particular our fellow from France, that he was like 33, 34 meters behind, and then he recovered and was able to win the race again.
Yeah, we just saw that the yellow boat, he had the opportunity to cover Martin, but he probably decided to not to because he doesn't want the other two boats to come back.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult situation for this yellow boat.
Yeah, for him, it's the best thing for him to happen is that his friend from Portugal wins, because then there will be another race. Otherwise, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where
we have really light wind.
Yeah, very light wind. It looks like, yeah. It's boats are much
when it comes
slower.
to light wind, the difference, if you have wind shadow, for example, or if you have a new wind coming in, like we see on the left course side, is having a bigger impact on your boat speed.
Okay.
So this is why Martin is still so close. On stronger wind, he probably would have gotten away with his tactics. but on this light wind, he's still in the bad air of other boats and still really close.
Okay, and now we can see that the French guy, he's going to take the other gate, as we can see here. So heading off towards to the right-hand side of the course. Does this make sense from your point of view?
Yeah, I really like that. We see a right shift coming, so he goes on attack mode and tries to put pressure on the first two boats. And I think this can work out and get him into a good position to be good at the next mark to have the opportunity to win the race.
It's funny how close
which
they are
Cardona
together.
doesn't have, I guess.
Yeah, look at how close they are together. I mean, before it was like 30 to 40 meters, and now all of a sudden it's so close together that even the French is in a leading position. But on the mini-map we see the wind on the left-hand side where the other Portuguese team is. Does it have influence, or do you expect the wind to go away and the shift to the right has more impact on the decision?
Yeah, the more when you have more wind on the left side, it doesn't make any difference when you don't have a shift. So we see that the wind is shifting slowly back to the middle, so that maybe can bring Martin back. But we saw that Chico tried to tack under Azer on the right side, and he didn't quite make it. So Azer still has free air and room to breathe. But now we can see what you mentioned, that the left shift is coming through. So I think Martin will be first on the next mark. And maybe he can win the race, so we have another one.
Yeah, you're right.
Johan Cardona is coming back as well, so there's a left shift. Yes,
it's really. I mean, okay, we don't have so many. We have so
left shift.
They're really close together, and everybody recovers. Is it due to the fact that we only have 4 boats, or is it due to the level of these sailors that they are able to recover and get back, even in a position where you expect them not to come back?
Yeah, it's just special in this situation because when you have more boats, it's much harder to work yourself through all these bad air and all these other boats. This is just because when you have 4 boats, you have so much fighting, and this slows boats down so they have a chance to come back.
Shit! And look at this. This is
really close.
This is so close. So
we will have a fight like we had last race.
Exactly. We were the same as the race before. So they round the mark. Now Portugal with a small lead of 20 meters. But as we learned, sometimes it's better not to be in the leading position because then you can attack the others. And because defending downwind is even harder. Upwind probably not, but downwind it's even harder to get control of it. And so you can see the French guy is going a little bit higher to cover him, and this will be the first battle, but they have to be careful with the other teams because they should avoid everything not to let the yellow boat, the Spanish team, win.
The worst thing would be that the Spanish team sneaks through on the right side now.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think Chico's in a good position because of the fight you talked about between Martin and Azer. So he's suddenly in the first place, but still is a long way to go. But yeah, they're all in between 20 meters.
But no penalty. No penalty situation.
Tight cross.
But as we also learned, it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Oh my
God. So Azer is coming with starboard here. Forces Martin to tack away. Having starboard in the end of this course is really important. But still, it's going to be within 1 second again, I guess. And that was a good move by Azer.
Yeah. So one penalty for Portugal. So this is over. So they are all on the line.
And Cardona's in the lead.
Cardona's in the lead.
It's a unit of love.
So Real Club Náutico, Palma, no.
They can bring it home now.
No, the French is going.
No, I think Azer wins it just because he has starboard and he can drive whenever he wants. Oh, and he gives a penalty now. But only to one boat. He fails.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cardona wins it.
It's incredible. He wanted to give a penalty to all of them, but he failed one. And by that, Real Club Náutico was able to squeeze in.
Okay, so we have a winner.
Look at these distances.
Wow. Incredible. 0.4,
0.8, and 2.9.
No, we have a winner.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
No.
honestly speaking. This was so close. Honestly, it was too fast for me. I needed slow motion.
Yeah.
I really, if somebody would
need a
ask me
review.
what happens at the finish, I don't know.
Can somebody explain us what just happened?
What? This was too fast. Till, what happens? Explain it to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a special rule on this boat that when you jibe from port to starboard, then you just immediately have room to go. There's not like this time which we have in regular sailing that you need to give your opponent time to react. That this rule doesn't exist in this game. So Azair just tried to give penalties to the other boat to win the race, but Joan Cardona was able to sneak in front of him and not get the penalty. And yeah, this is how he won.
Yeah, great.
All right. We just heard that we have the winner. So Till, thank you so much for the moment. We come back to you.
Yes, Till, thank you. And we
Thank
get
you.
back to Spain. Incredible. Yeah. Okay, we got him in now. Okay.
They're
Okay.
working on it.
They're working
no
on
problem.
it. Okay, I just heard we're working
We
on
all
it.
are a little
But what an
overwhelmed.
incredible race. I mean, it was in seconds.
Yeah, really nice.
But I think the special situation of this was, and the mistake of the French team was, he was trying to get to penalize two boats,
Yes.
and he missed
He
one.
missed one.
And but did he miss the Spanish boat?
He missed the Spanish boat.
He missed.
yes.
So he
Yeah.
wanted. Okay.
The Spanish boat escaped a second time this race, and so he got squeezed in. That's what I said. The worst thing to happen is that they squeeze in, but they did. So we can ask him how he did that.
Okay. Juan Cardona is da. Juan, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hello, hello.
Yes,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Congratulations, you're back. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God, what a race!
Thank you.
What a race! We just discussed. We
think
tried
it
to
was-
analyze what happens, but I think the French boat wanted to penalize you, but he failed, and this gave you all the space to win the race. Am I right?
Yes, true. I think he was just trying to pen both of us,
Yeah.
Martim and me, but he failed on me, so yeah, I could cross, and at that point I knew I had it.
Oh, very, very interesting race. I mean, the interesting part was that everybody of you, it was no matter if they had 30 or 40 meters distance, you recovered, and then they were all together once again, and then the big battle began from scratch. So it was an interesting race. Absolutely.
Yeah, as I said before, I think being in first in the last windward mark was the worst thing possible because everyone was just coming to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I managed my way from the back and did two really nice last downwinds in the two races, and yeah, I'm super happy to have won it.
I think you are one of the best e-sailors in the world, right? That's what I heard. So you are kind of top ranked in the world ranking list. Where are you? First, second, third?
No, now in the ranking I am 15
Okay.
because you need to play a lot and waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't have so much. So yeah, I'm at the moment I'm 15, but yeah, I'm happy. It's all about being in the top 800 to qualify for the playoffs for the World Championship. So
Okay.
this is the only goal.
One question to your real sailing career. So what, you sail on the SailGP team, and what else are you doing?
Finn?
Yeah, I'm preparing for the Olympics in the Finn class.
And how is the situation for you? You're already qualified for the games in Tokyo, or is there still a qualification for you ahead, or is the qualification over?
Yeah, I need to qualify in the end of May, beginning of May actually, in 1 month. And now I have the Europeans starting tomorrow. So it's the last preparation regatta to give my 100% in the Worlds.
And how many competitors you have in Spain? Because it's a national qualification for you, or is it the international, the nation qualification?
Yeah, we are 3 at the moment.
3,
But
okay.
the federation decides who goes, so there is not actual mathematical qualification for us.
Okay.
They just decide, and yeah, I hope I'm lucky enough to be the one selected if we qualify.
Great. Okay.
So with a win in the eSailing Champions League, maybe
Yeah.
that helps a little.
I hope.
But so you won something anyway.
Yes, you just won. By the way, we have it here. We can't send it via email, so you will get it the postal way. You gotta win an iPad, and this is the bag for the iPad. So hopefully this helps you when you prepare yourself for Tokyo. So besides, really congratulations. Was very interesting race. Well
Thank you
done.
very much.
But more important for you, I think, are the Olympic Games. And I hope you're fit and you're well prepared. Where is your qualification event next week? Where is it?
In Porto,
in Porto,
north of Portugal.
Okay. All right. That's a nice spot. Great. So we keep all fingers crossed for you and wish you all the best for Tokyo. I hope you're going to make it. Don't get any coronavirus and stay focused. And it was really great to have you here and was interesting to watch. Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic win. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I think it was a super entertaining race for the spectator as well. We were some of the best e-sailors in the world in the final, and I really enjoyed myself also, and I'm super happy to get the win.
Great, super. So congratulations and all the best for you for Tokyo 2020, which is 22, but it counts for 2020, as we all know. So all the best.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah, very nice. But all of them, really nice. Really nice guys.
And they are very familiar with sailing, so it's not that they are kind of nerds, you know. No. They are real sailors. They know what they are doing. Yeah. And this is, I think, the fascination of the game, that it's so close to what we normally do, and this what makes it so interesting.
Yeah, but you don't need waterproof pants.
Exactly, you need waterproof pants.
Sit with your joggers on your sofa, and that's it. And you don't bend your knees. And
so, any famous last words, Ole, from your side?
I just have to thank you for having me here, and thank you to all the team. It was amazing to see what happened behind the scenes here.
Yes, thank you to Jimbo Vision and to Sailtracks who made this all happen here in the studio. Thank you to our partner, Carl Christian Bay, who is our sponsor for this eSailing Champions League and our partner since many years. Thank you to all of you for joining us, and I hope we entertained you and the e-sailors entertained you. And we hope to see you soon back on the water or wherever. And we wish you all the best and stay healthy. And we all hope that this corona situation will end up soon, that we can go back to the beautiful sport we all love. And until then, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.